Oh, well, I didn't realize I was dealing with such busy people there, Beepus. Especially based on our past history with you always being awake in the middle of the night and stopping by the streams. But hey, how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. Cerise, hello to you too, I should say. Oops. Hold on, I have something else that's going to be going up in a second, but I just messed something up real quick. I minimized the chat. Damn it. Nanotrites, how are you? Why can't I move this window? Alright, let me... The struggle is real. I tried to pop out the chat and then it wouldn't move. It looks weird on this. Alright, thanks for bearing with me. Actually, I could put this over here for now. That's right. Should just do it like this. Okay, let's see if I got this working. Hey everyone, how's it going? I got my webcam up. I don't know how the timing is. I'm kind of watching on my monitor, which if you see me looking to the side, well, I have one there and I have one there, so it might be a little bit confusing. I'm trying to see if the sound is synced up because the microphone and webcam are separate. It's probably not synced up. If it looks very distracting, let me know and I'll try to adjust it. I don't know if the audio is quicker or the video is quicker, but I'm gonna guess it's probably not 100% either way. Yeah, I got the webcam up, Cerise. And I was gonna talk to you a little bit, so that's kind of why I want to have the webcam up anyway. I might play some games later, I'm not too sure yet, so thanks for bearing with me. It took a little while. It looks fine? Okay. As long as it's not distracting enough, I'll just leave it as it is. Hey, yeah, that's right. And another reason is I'm wearing my Axolotl shirt. So, the reason why I kind of made that little comment about the food, Cerise, is Thanksgiving was kind of canceled this year because Emily got sick. Speaking of which, she's in the chat, so it's kind of funny that she showed up at the same time. And I didn't really do anything because we were going to go over some of her relatives' house and do things. And since she was sick, not going, I was like, I'm not going to go on my own. So don't feel bad, Emily. It's not your fault. And you know what? I'm fine anyway. I kind of had breakfast for dinner. No turkey for me. I had like breakfast food. I made some pancakes and bacon and sausage. All that good stuff. So I just had a relaxing Thanksgiving, not really doing much at all. Ooh, I worked out the way I wanted to. I have the little thing to the side here. And I'm actually in front of it, which is kind of cool. I planned it that way. I did. Yeah, no, try it. I'm sure she appreciates it. Hey, Shadowcat, how are things going with you? Yeah, I was just going to talk to you guys for a little bit. And since Thanksgiving, we do a little bit of discussion stream, I guess. Just to see how everything is going. Oh, Callie's here too. Wow, everyone is coming by. It's nice to see you. I hope you've all had a good Thanksgiving. As opposed to the Thanksgiving we had, unfortunately. But I don't mind too much. Alright, let me check on something here. Okay, that's going fine. I just want to make sure because the other day I had the internet kind of cutting in and out and I had to switch things over. It looks like it's running fine now though. Everything seems to be 100%. But yeah, Emily has to feel better because we have a special date coming up on Saturday. We're going to the aquarium and seeing some of her good friends. I don't know if you want to mention it. I guess I should. I'm the one talking. I always have nothing to talk about. So what we're seeing is going to see a couple of porcupines. And one of them is celebrating their birthday. And Emily actually got them something for their birthday. Your bum ass couldn't bake? Well, I mean, I don't really bake stuff either. For the most part. Just like a couple of simple things every now and then. But nothing too intense. I don't know if I'd be able to make a turkey. I mean, I guess I could, but it would be too much of a hassle. Those things take forever to make. Making a full turkey like that. Yep, and I'm looking forward to it, so you better get better quickly, Emily. I'll be very disappointed otherwise. That's pretty cool. I have the music going in the background. I think it's playing for you guys too, right? And it's not like overpowering or too loud, I hope. I know. Everyone kind of like has the same reaction. The aquarium porcupines, yeah, they have like a couple of other things there at the aquarium besides just the fish. They do have a whole section for reptiles and, well, obviously they have porcupines as well. They're not reptiles, but they have reptiles too. It's just kind of like the notable thing that they have around the porcupines. The porcupines really don't fit in with much else. It's just kind of a thing they have there. Oh, you forgot the sugar in your pie, for shame. What good is a pie without sugar? Plenty of sugar. You can say it's a healthy pie at least, right? Oh, so 3 people? Yeah, I mean, that's not too bad. They can't mind too much. I'm glad everything's working well. So I just want to do like a little bit of a stream to talk to you guys about how the year went, since whenever it's Thanksgiving, it's kind of like the end of the year, getting towards the end of the year. And I kind of like to reflect back on how things were. I mean, I say that, and I don't think I ever actually did it. I think that's kind of like the plan I had for like certain years. I don't know how many times we actually follow through on that. But looking back on things, like the most notable thing that we did this year, or I did this year, because mostly it was just me streaming. We haven't really been doing the traditional Let's Plays that we used to do with me and Emily playing visual novels and that sort of thing. I mean, even before then, it wasn't just visual novels. There's other stuff like Zelda, which is what we got started off on, and then doing stuff like Orphan, that sort of thing. The year's unfortunately still going. Yeah, unfortunate for some ways, I guess. I mean, it's not like it was like the greatest year of all of them. The emphasis on unfortunately. But, you know, I try not to worry too much about external things and try to focus on the internal, I suppose, if that makes any sense. What was the name of the song? I forgot. It's like another Wild Arms song. I actually have several of them. So, yeah, the most notable thing I remember doing, possibly I should look back on this on my actual YouTube channel. Do I have that up somewhere? Here, I can make a window for this. Just kind of like go over it myself as a guide. Like, I really think the only thing I really did majorly was Elden Ring, at least consistently. YouTube has this where it's supposed to be organized now. I don't know if you guys have seen the new YouTube layout that they have for certain things. The whole YouTube channel page has kind of been reorganized to where they have things separate for videos, shorts, and live, which are streams. So let's see, if I go back looking at my streams here. So I think these streams were from last year. No, let me see. Was it from this year? Oh no, okay. So technically I did do some of these Minecraft streams at the beginning of the year. That's right. I kind of forgot about that. It was like at the end of last year and starting in this year a little bit. And then when Elden Ring came out, I focused on that and actually complete a full game, which is a rarity these days. I don't know the last time we actually completed something. Actually, we did the Hitman games pretty consistently. Even if it took a couple of streams, we got through them all. Even though it was like 3 games as well. And yeah, so other than Elden Ring, there's like a huge gap. And then I kind of came back. Remember testing out the streams with Dumpling, like showing off in his tank? Slimepaw says I look kind of like his, or her brother. I don't know, his or her brother. If he grew out all his hair. That's funny. Oh, you're having pumpkin pie? That's what it was? Oh, cool. Yeah, so I did the streams with Dumpling, and those were kind of fun. You guys really liked Dumpling. I'm glad that you enjoyed seeing him. He's been doing well, by the way, Cerise. He is just kind of relaxing. I tried to get him to sing again. I forgot if I ever showed off him singing. I might have it recorded. I'll have to try to actually upload that if I have a clip that I could find. I did those test streams when I got my new PC set up correctly. And just been streaming like a little random stuff every now and then. And 7 Days to Die is like the new thing. And it's really cool that you guys could actually help us with the game. And by that I mean Mike. We've had, let's see, Beepus join. We have Callie joining in. Oh, Shadowcat, of course. I'm trying to think if I'm missing everyone. I think that's it. I kind of like how I had to go back through like the stream chat to actually refresh myself on like who was actually in the stream. So like, oh, I know it's like most of the people that are in the stream now have like joined in at some point or another. Oh, and you know, Mike, of course, but you know, he's not at the stream. He's probably actually doing something for the night, if I'm being honest. And what's funny is I was kind of like asked by my family Because what they do for Thanksgiving these days is they always go up to basically like a resort to go gambling. And I got invited for that, but by the time like things got sorted out here, because Emily only got sick over like the last day or two, and like really there's no time to kind of like change plans. Plus it was like extremely expensive anyway to actually go up there. I think it was like something like $800 just to go up for like a night or two. Well, it's for a night. I think they went for 2 nights if I'm remembering correctly. But it's been a while. Yeah, I did the Minecraft streams. It was only a few of them. I thought you were at them, Shadowcat, but I don't know. I know Beepus was at them. So I apologize for mixing you guys up. Gambling for Thanksgiving. I mean, it's something different I guess they like to do. They don't like making Thanksgiving. For the longest time, they used to actually host Thanksgiving back when I was young. And then sort of towards, trying to think when it ended. I guess, actually it's probably been a while now. Like for the last 10 years, my aunt used to always have Thanksgiving at her house. And then, I can't really remember. Then it was kind of like sporadically done with different people. I think maybe we had it at my grandmother's for a while. So like they haven't had it there for a long time probably, now that I'm thinking about it. And then kind of more recent years, they've been traveling for it. Initially, they would travel up to Newport, Connecticut, and kind of spend it there. And in the more recent ones, they kind of got sick of doing that. So it's just like, oh, we'll just go to like a casino and then we can have fun doing that instead. Audrey, happy Thanksgiving to you. Thank you. I appreciate it. And it's good to see you again as well. I don't know if you were there or not, Shadowcat. I thought you were, but I probably am mixing it with someone else. I know that Beepus was there at least. Well, Callie was constantly calling you by the wrong name. I just don't remember who was there because it was a year ago at this point. So I kind of figured it was Shadowcat. Only because Shadowcat's at a lot of the streams to begin with. Next year, Disneyland? I don't... Like, what... The thing is, Disneyland, I heard, is very expensive now. I've heard about that with Disney World, at least, so I assume it applies to Disneyland as well. I'm not 100%, but I don't think they would really want to go at this point because of how expensive it is. I heard, like, the prices are ridiculous. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to say anything about that. But if anyone knows about that, because I think people might have checked the prices, let me know how expensive it is. Because I think people are actually looking into that, I should say. So what I've been kind of thinking about lately is what I want to do next at this point. Because we're doing 7 Days to Die as like a streaming thing. I've been kind of wondering to myself if I want to go back and actually do any kind of like standard Let's Play type videos for that sort of thing. And what... Okay, yeah, so Beepus is confirming as the Disney expert that it's very expensive. Okay, thank you, Beepus. I thought you would know. Because I think you had talked about it to me in the past. Started jacking up their prices before. I wouldn't be surprised. I think they've been doing it for like the last... Well, I mean, it's probably gone back for like the last 30 years, but I think the last decade or 5 years, even more specifically, have been pretty bad on that. So... Anyway, I get distracted. So, kind of going back to like videos and making some kind of videos, I wanted to ask you guys first, rather than just kind of like deciding on my own, if you guys kind of prefer just seeing streaming or having traditional videos uploaded, because it's hard to get a grasp for these things. And I've been thinking about this for a while, and now YouTube's kind of changed up the formula on this with the fact that they've introduced videos and shorts and live as a tab now. Because it actually kind of organizes things before where what I was kind of leaning towards just a month ago was kind of separating the channels based on videos and live streams, because I actually have a second channel which I don't really use anymore. And it's like, 'cause I actually made a post on there just to kind of check if anyone checks it, and it doesn't seem like anyone does. So that means I can completely change things up, and I don't think anyone's gonna mind at this point. Like, I do have videos up there, but I could probably safely take them all down, and I don't think I'm gonna get any complaints. Because just based on the fact that I put something up, no one seemed to like check in on it. And I think it's a safe thing to do. So, yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you guys kind of more of a fan of just the streaming material? Or do you guys kind of miss having some kind of videos that are uploaded that are just kind of like, you know, on the shorter side, like 15 to 20 minutes, done, I don't know, like 3 or 4 times a week? I don't want to like make some bold prediction being like, oh yeah, like making a video every day, kind of like it was in the old days. And I mean, even in the old days, it wasn't exactly like it actually was every single day, more often than not, because very often I would miss a couple of days, and you know, there was never any set schedule despite some attempts I may have made towards it. Oh, Shadowcat's apologizing for the other stream. Yeah, Shadowcat was playing 7 Days to Die, and it was constantly mixed up. No, seriously, no. Every day. You know what's funny? I was like looking back on my older videos, and I'm shocked I was able to make a video every day for like a while there when we were first playing. I almost said Breath of the Wild, but what was it? There's another Zelda game, but I forget the name of it now because it's been so long. See, I'm still on my channel page. I'm kind of going back and looking like, what was it? Twilight Princess, that's what it was. Yeah, I remember on my own. I didn't get to the video because I was scrolling down for so long. The last one that was stopped was Blank Space. Yeah, that was kind of like the last one we did. If I go to my video page, I did upload like a couple of live stream archives. And I was uploading Undertale again because I was going to say, I never finished, that was on my second channel. I never finished uploading on my second channel. And the fact is, I don't use the second channel or anything, so I was kind of moving over to my other main page, but I stopped doing that because what happened? I got like distracted during the summer or whenever I was uploading this. When was it? Wait, it was a year ago? Wow, it was last October. Jesus. I thought I was doing it in the summer, but apparently I was completely wrong. Yeah, well, that's shame on me, I suppose. Yeah, Soul Set. Forgot for a full year to upload the last episode. I mean, I still haven't uploaded. We never finished it. If Emily was still here in the chat, I think she went off probably because she's, you know, I think she's trying to go to sleep early because she wasn't feeling well. She could attest to it as well. We never actually finished it. We had probably another video or two we actually played that wasn't uploaded, but we also never finished the game. So that's a problem in itself as well. Random question, would it be possible to copy every stream music playlist? I do have a playlist for it. In fact, I don't know if it's updated though, because I have the music offline and it's playing via video, but I do have a playlist for it that probably is incomplete. So let me see. If you notice, Shadowcat, I do have the URLs posted, so you could try to grab it from that if you see it pop up. But let me see if I can find the link to this. Shouldn't be too hard. And again, it may not have every song, so forgive me. And some of them I did kind of replace because the fact is I found better copies. It's actually unlisted. I think I could still share this, if I'm correct. Is there a share link? Oh, here it is. Let's see if this works. Let me know if that works for you. I mean, sometimes it's hard to copy and paste. Well, you can't copy and paste it, in fact, because it's just showing up in the video. But it's hard to kind of type that into your address bar, because some of the numbers look like letters, some of the letters look like numbers. You don't know if something's like a 1 or an L. It can be difficult with the font sometimes. I don't know how that font is. Okay, it works good. I'm glad. So yeah, Soul Set's something I guess we could go back and finish. If Emily's in the chat, I would ask her now if she felt like doing that at some point, because it probably isn't very much. It's probably only like a video or two of actually finishing the game, because I remember when we were playing it felt like we were getting towards the end. And then, you know, so let me just make sure it's on display here. Gotta make sure that's being advertised properly. So it's probably only like an actual video or two to show off the ending of the game, plus, you know, whatever videos we didn't upload, which I think is only 1 or 2 of them. Oh, Emily, you're there. Yeah, like we could probably just like take a single day or so and actually finish it. Because I don't think it was very much. Although she'd actually need to be feeling good, because I think like part of it is, you know, her throat's bothering her, so have to make sure that's recovered if you're going to be doing voice acting. Or, you know, whatever. I don't know if it's voice acting or kind of just like voicing the characters as much. It's not like we're doing like an extreme, intense adaptation of it exactly. I'm glad it works, and I'm glad you guys like the shirt. I have one that's like this, and also have one with a frog on it, so I'll have to show that off. Yeah, I don't think right now it'd probably work. I'm glad you guys understand and are patient with that. I mean, you've already waited 2 years, whatever it's been. Soul Set was... No, wait, no, it wasn't Soul Set. Hold on, I'm getting confused. Cerise was referring to Soul Set as just like, I guess, one of like the fun games we played. But the one that I'm thinking of is the one by the Soul Set developers that is not Soul Set. It's, what is it? Cerise, you probably know. We finished Soul Set. That's right. Soul Set we finished. I'm drawing a blank here. Oh, it's Blank Space. That's right. I'm drawing a blank on Blank Space. How appropriate. Yeah, Blank Space is the one. Okay. I can't remember the names of the games, I suppose. Well, I mean, we haven't played in a while, so of course I forgot it. I think it was only a video or two of that we had to finish. Most likely. I don't know exactly how long it was, because like I said, we didn't finish it. There could be like a whole twist and it's another like 5 hours long, but I doubt it. We were handcuffed and doing puzzles, that's right. We only have 2 episodes uploaded? I thought it was like more than that, but I don't actually remember how long it was. There's an Easter egg from putting in the Soul Set character names. Yeah, it's sort of like that other game. What game am I thinking of? There's some game where like you put in the names of characters and it doesn't accept them because they're like actual characters from the... I think it's Undertale, right? I think I looked up a video on that and there's like a little Easter eggs if you try to name like yourself after the other characters in the game. They kind of like be like, oh, you can't name yourself that, but they have like some kind of like voice line in character. Not a voice line, but a text dialogue piece, whatever thingy. Very accurate, I know. Yeah, Undertale. I don't know how long the delay is. It might be longer than I expect on this. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Blank Space was made by No Bread Studios. That's the name. I still remember that. Nairu was her name. At least on Discord and I think Twitter. It is slow? Oh, okay. I don't know how slow it is. Unless you're just calling me slow, is it? You know, the other way. Which maybe that's applying as well. I can't remember any of this stuff. Try to see what I set this on. It's all in low latency. They're like low and ultra low, but low is like decent enough, or at least it's supposed to be. I can't remember. I think it was like a 2 or 3 second difference. Like one is 5 seconds and one's like 2 or 3 seconds. And the low latency one usually has better quality, so I just go with that most of the time. And then normal latency, that's when I would upload the streams in 4K, and it would be like a minute delay for them. But I wanted to have them in high quality because I was streaming Elden Ring and like some other games before that as well. And like the game was beautiful and I didn't want to upload it in anything less at the time. Speaking of which, I think YouTube is supposed to be implementing some kind of like, what's the name for it? Paywall for 4K content. Or they were talking about doing it and it might have gotten rejected because I think people were outraged. Which, I mean, it is kind of annoying. But I want to play some more... You know, I was going to talk about that next, but, you know, I mean, I get distracted and talk about 5 other subjects in between discussing one subject. But I was going to actually talk about that because, you know, I was talking about, like, if I'm just going to do more streams, I'm going to do actual kind of, like, Let's Plays, as they were called. But, yeah, distracted, as usual. I'm not sure if I'm going to do more visual novels or not. Visual novels are fun. But I kind of feel like that was a phase that we had, and I don't know if we're going to keep doing them. Because, the thing is, it's a lot of reading. It's a lot of reading, and it kind of gets, like, annoying after a while. Because I'm not very good at reading, if you haven't noticed. Visual novels are fun. Emily is, right. I guess I should ask Emily as well, because I haven't really spoken to her about, like, what we would possibly do. I also wasn't really sure... But since Emily's here today, it's kind of like funny. We kind of talk about it a little bit in the chat. If I would just kind of do it myself or if I would do it together. The thing is, I really like doing it with someone else because it allows me to talk with someone, kind of like bounce things off of. And I wouldn't be sure if I would do it with Emily again or if I would kind of bring out someone else to do it with. Like if it would be Mike, you know, whenever he's available. Though the time we do have, we kind of like playing 7 Days to Die or... I don't know. Just like finding someone else entirely. She's just a phase mom. Sort of, I guess. I love the kids like usually insist it's more than a phase, like it's a lifestyle. I don't know, kind of something edgy like that. It's a lot of reading. I mean, there's some that are voice line. Like that was kind of the thing with Danganronpa, right? That it was kind of nice that it broke it up. But the fact was, Danganronpa had so much other dialogue, and I guess that's part of it as well. You know, I guess I'll kind of admit it. Danganronpa sort of burned me out on the series, or not on the genre in a way, because Danganronpa was long. Those were long games. There's a lot of stuff that I liked about them. There are things I didn't like so much about them. And one of the most annoying things about them was that they were way too long. Every single one of them, I felt could have been cut by at least half. If not, like, could have been cut to like a third of their length. And they would have been a lot more enjoyable. Mike can try streaming Cinderella Phenomenon. Is that... I remember that being something that I think Chris played. I think it was Cinderella Phenomenon. So that's like older at this point, isn't it? I think it is. No, like some of the other stuff that we played though, you know, it wasn't Mike and I, it was Chris and I at the time. We played some pretty silly visual novels that we had to read together. I think the worst of them was the, he did play that one, thanks Reese. The worst of them was the school one. If there's like one school game that's worse than Danganronpa, in terms of like things that happen in it, it's that one. I can't remember the name of it, but you guys know the one. I'm sure Cerise knows the one I'm talking about. You know, you don't even have like a killing game, but yes, that's it. Don't take it personally. It's a weird title, so I always forget it. But the things that happen in that one are just as disturbing. So, not a school killing life, or a killing school life, whatever they say, but it's messed up in a whole nother way. Yeah, I'm glad you guys can agree there's too much filler. A lot of people, I think, have that opinion, but then there's hardcore fans that are like, no, it's perfect the way it is, don't change a thing. And like the way the games were going until they stopped making them, they kept making them longer and longer. Oh no, not the Korean. That's another game all in itself. It wasn't. No, actually, I think there was a kind of like a school life involved in it, but it wasn't like at the forefront of the game. No, this was a game that I played with Chris. I don't know if you ever saw it, Emily. You may not have ever seen us play that video, because I don't think I actually show off my own videos very much. But we were doing it, and it was disturbing. It's stuff that you play as a teacher, and the teacher may or... No, I'm pretty sure he does stuff involving one of his students. That's in the game. I'm just gonna say that much. I don't want to talk more about it. Dandelion was it was kind of like Danganronpa, and that was very drawn out when I don't think it had to be. Though it wasn't like drawn out narratively, it was drawn out with having a gameplay loop that was too long, where you're just like grinding stats. It was a stat grinder for no good reason. I don't know why games are like that. Like, I kind of get that you want to have like this gameplay element where like you specialize in a certain thing and it goes along with a certain character, but there's like way too much of that. Yeah. Oh, Emily, I don't blame you if you want to leave on that note. And like I said, you probably need to get some sleep anyway. So I hope you feel better. You know, obviously I'll talk to you later. But thanks for stopping by the stream. And I guess I'll talk more about these kinds of things in the future, about what we may or may not do. Yeah, like the thing is, it's funny because, you know, we had that whole visual novel podcast, but the whole time, I didn't really get too engaged in the whole visual novel scene where, you know, even though I was on Twitter and, you know, I would like post about the things we were doing and kind of like advertise it on Twitter, which, you know, I didn't really do much else besides that, so I don't know how effective it was, but I didn't really get too involved with like talking to other people in the visual novel scene and like trying to have some kind of dialogue and that sort of thing. Chris kind of did more of that to some extent anyway, and even him, I don't think he did too much. I don't think he wanted to, because like, it's kind of like a nightmare with some of the personalities. I'll say that much. I'm not going to name names. Neither of us ever talked to like Christine Love, so I can't say anything about that either way. So, I mean, I don't want to like make it sound like I'm talking about this person in particular. But I'm just saying there's like other people who, they're interesting. Don't know if I'd want to really talk with them. So, yeah, I'm just kind of remembering things about that podcast. And, you know, there's like one whole stream that we did that I say we, it was Chris Relay, who he ended up taking it down because there were people that complained about it, like people who were like high up in the visual novel community were like unhappy with it and felt it like detracted from like the experience or whatever somehow, because I guess people got their feelings hurt. And like it ended up happening because I think I was asleep, because like we did this like long ass podcast. It was like in the middle of the night for me, or like the early morning, I forget which one it was. And so like I was asleep, and the next thing I know, like it was completely like, delisted. And he kind of like told me about like there was some an adverse reaction within some aspects of the community. Which one was it? I forget. There was one we did, and it was like us, and I think we had JP on at the time too. And we're all kind of like talking about, oh, you know what it was? It was a special one. It was like an Easter special. It was like around Easter time, I think. I want to say. Oh, it's what was that event that they had every year for like visual novels, where like people like they do like a month where they like they make a visual novel, whatever, in like 30 days or whatever, something like that. There's a name for it, but I don't remember what that name is. You can see how engaged I was with everything going on. And essentially what we did was we did like this, I don't know how long it was. It was like a 3 or 4 or 5, 6 hour marathon where we like tried to review as many of the games as we could. And what ended up happening was there were like a lot more games than we expected. So I think what it was I was like up for like 24 hours before that stream, because I was trying to like play as many as I could, and Chris was trying to play as many as we could, and we like tried to split them, and like JP came on because he tried to like help out at that point. Nano Reno, yeah, that was it. Ooh-ah. And what ended up happening was people were, I think what happened, people were upset because they were like, oh, you're criticizing these games that are like these they're like fan games, or like people like quickly doing things. It's like their passion or whatever or something. I don't know, because I missed like the whole thing, because it was like a drama that took place over Twitter, and I never used Twitter for doing anything other than kind of like promoting the games that we were playing. And so whatever happened, they ended up taking down the stream. And it was funny because we were gonna like we were doing one half on Chris's channel, and then we were gonna do the second half on my channel. I think that's what it was, but it ended up getting scrapped. So yeah, that was like just kind of like an interesting thing with that whole experience. And that kind of annoyed me at the time. Not so much that like Chris did it, but that you know, people kind of overreacted that way. Because like the whole thing we said was like, you know, it's people kind of took it a lot more seriously than it was ever supposed to be. Like it was just kind of a fun thing. Like we even kind of like talked back and forth over like the name of the podcast. It was like Tenarium and Try Morning Talk Visual Novels or something like that. It was like TTTVN, like as like the abbreviation. So it wasn't like, oh, we're reviewing these. We're just kind of like having a discussion about these various things we'd play. But, you know, can't have a negative opinion on things, apparently. There's like a very weird thing with the visual novel community where they're like, yeah, you can't... There's like a visual novel development board where people like post about their games and works, and that's... I didn't really read it, but I went there because that's sometimes the only place where you can download certain games. And there's like a thing there where they're like, oh, like this person is open for criticism. This person like doesn't want criticism. And like it's meant predominantly, I guess, for the board, because like you can't really police what people are saying off the platform. That's Twitter for you? Yeah, in a nutshell. The funny thing is, this is even like, when was the show? It was like 2013, 2014 when we were doing this podcast. But even back then, you know, people are sensitive about certain things. So, you know, kind of like what ended up happening is after that, you know, we were playing visual novels still, but we only played like a select few of them. Like, I'm trying to like go back and look now. I wish there was an easier way to go through YouTube videos, but there really isn't. Let's see, I just have to scroll. And the Danganronpa videos take forever. Let's see. How long ago was this that we were doing these videos? It's before Danganronpa. I know that much. Is this kind of the point? I guess it's like the secret behind all. I may have like mentioned this briefly before. I don't remember. but I'm revealing it now, I guess. What the hell did we do this? It was around 2015. Talk? Here we go. Tonarium and Trimorian talk visual novels. That's right. Got the basics of it down. 6 years. Oh, this was uploaded after the fact. Yeah, this was because, it kind of stopped at that point. I think I uploaded the last one, like, later than every other one. Because, no reasons. Doesn't really matter anymore. Yeah, so it was like the last one was kind of like around November of 2015, actually. So thanks, Reese. You did actually get it pretty on the spot. I think we did it kind of all throughout 2015, like starting at the beginning of the year, even, because that's when Nano Reno was or whatever. Yeah. So now I want to look at my videos, kind of before and after this. Yeah. So like after that, like we finished up playing. What was it? Cinders. I did like a couple other just like random ones just because I was like, kind of used to playing visual novels at the time, so it's kind of like momentum. But yeah, I played Salsa, and you know what? I like Salsa. I still like Nairu as a developer. She's pretty cool. I'll still say that. I think they're doing a new game because she like mentioned it to me on Discord. She sends me DMs every now and then, and she mentioned they were doing a new project. I forget what it was, but I kind of mentioned her like I'm not really doing even like I'm not even doing like normal videos at this point, because I think it was kind of like during Elden Ring or after I did Elden Ring. Or might have even been shortly before that. I wasn't really uploading or streaming very consistently at all to begin with at that point. So like we did a few things like roommates, and then what happened was we started playing Danganronpa, and that was kind of like the transitioning point from like, you know, the more indie visual novels to basically just doing Danganronpa, and that took up like what, a good 3 or 4 years playing that freaking game. So I don't know, it feels kind of like backtracking, or like trying to like revisit an era to go back and do visual novels now for me. And like I don't really care for the visual novel scene at this point. The funny thing is, I never was like that big into visual novels. Like we kind of got into it as a joke. I kind of like mentioned it like when we played Magical Diaries, because I saw the game on Steam and I'm like, oh, this is like a weird Harry Potter knockoff game. It looks, you know, really cheesy. And I ended up really enjoying it a lot, so we did it as a Let's Play, and just kind of like making a fun, almost like a, you know, mystery novel, Mystery Science Theater 3000 thing out of it, sort of. Kind of like laughing about it and having fun. You know, kind of like making fun of the game, but, you know, I was kind of making fun of it in like a loving way, because I enjoyed it too, like genuinely. You're looking back at the ones from 2015? I mean, there was like one that I think we really liked. It was a really cool, like it was kind of artsy, which I don't really go far, but it's one that I enjoyed. It was one that was kind of about like, I like don't want to spoil it, but like your character dies and you're kind of like in this afterlife with like your like twin brother or something, and it was kind of like touching. I liked it. I think they both died in a car crash. It was kind of cool. Can't remember the name of it for the life of me, but I think Chris and I both enjoyed it. And that was like the most memorable one, really. There were a lot of them where like it's not done very well, you know. I kind of get it because like, you know, done quickly in 30 days or whatever, but still, you know, I'm not gonna like lie about it. And you know, we did upload. Oh, I should say goodbye to Crystal Cali. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. You know, even the cooking didn't go as planned. Hope you all still had fun as a family, and you know, have a good night, Callie. I kind of feel bad because I didn't get to do anything with mine. Not that I was gonna see my family. I was seeing Emily's family anyway, but it's kind of just a weird Thanksgiving here. Even actually, I'm trying to remember. If we did anything last year. Maybe we didn't. Yeah, I guess the last few years have been weird. Whatever. I was gonna say, we were doing Magical Diary, if you guys remember, and we never finished that either. And there's another thing that potentially, like, maybe we will upload visual novels still, but I don't know if we're going to play any new ones. We might just finish up, like, the ones that we kind of had. The thing about Magical Diary of the Wolf Hall, the sequel, or, like, alternate take on Magical Diary, is, wait, I completely lost my train of thought because I was, like, correcting myself. Basically, we finished it all, is what I'm saying, and we could upload it, but we don't have anything to play on it, so it would just be uploading old videos that we had that never got uploaded. So I'm not planning on actually playing any new ones, other than potentially finishing Blank Space, which could be something we do. I'll have to talk to Emily. She seemed like she was alright with it, though. Yeah, so what I was kind of talking to myself about in my head, because I'm crazy like that, I guess, I don't know, it's weird. But, you know, having an internal debate with myself over is what I kind of wanted to go with next, because really I'm kind of at a, I guess I could say a blank, kind of up on blank space with what to do. I've been doing some streams, just random things. I really like the 7 Days to Die streams, and I want to keep doing that as a consistent thing. You know, whether you guys are here for it, you know, Shadowcat, Mike, Crystal who just left, and Beepus, anyone else that kind of joins in on the streams. It's fun having you guys around, but like, I think even if you guys like kind of get sick of the game, you don't want to stop by and do it anymore, I probably will continue doing it just because I really like that game. Even if it's just me kind of like sitting around by myself, just messing around that game, I probably will continue playing it as like a streaming thing. But I also want to have something that I'm just kind of like playing on the channel as like a video series again. And I'm not sure what it's going to be just yet. Because if I'm being perfectly honest, I haven't been a very good gamer lately. There's nothing really new that I played. Elden Ring was the last big one that I've done. But other than that, I don't know, like, there hasn't been anything that's really drawn me into gaming for a good while now. I'm trying to look, because I check every now and then on Steam to be like, oh, wow, what's new? So, if I check, well, first of all, Steam's having autumn sale, so if you guys want to do some shopping, go catch the autumn sale on Steam. Gabe's giving me $5 for that. It's very, very valuable. But yeah, check it on Steam. Like, I'm kind of like, eh. Like, there's cool stuff, but it's stuff that doesn't really interest me anymore. I think I kind of mentioned, like, Cyberpunk because I wanted to play that game, but then it was, like, buggy on release. It didn't run that well. And I kind of, like, debate with myself on whether I should do it at this point. And if you guys are wondering, I'm not really too sure still. You couldn't tell. So I got distracted by I was reading over a game description, which kind of looked interesting. Oh wait, no, oh, never mind. I thought it was something different. We gave all our love to Ronnie. Yes, Ronnie is the one true ending in that game. I know there's a couple of others, but they are not canon. I don't know how anyone could get them. Yeah, the Ronnie thing was really cool. I liked it. I liked the whole kind of lore with their character. It's really interesting. It seemed like if you didn't do it, you're missing out on a lot of interesting backstory of the game. I guess you could do that stuff and not get her ending still, but kind of seemed like, oh, may as well. If we went through all that effort. What is going on? Okay, so games, yeah. So popular games on Steam I'm just kind of looking at, and like, my eyes kind of like glaze over looking at some of them. There's a lot of stuff these days, like, oh, there's, you know, Spider-Man. I'm like, I'm not really into comic books. You know, they've remade Crysis for like the third, fourth time over. Well, I guess it's like the same remaster, but they're remastering all the games. What was this? Perseus, the Titan Slayer, a free trial, so it's probably one of these games. Oh, wait, actually, what game is this? It kind of reminds me a bit of Hades. I played. Oh, you know what? I played a little bit of Hades. I could go. Oh, you know what? That was on Game Pass, and I think it went off Game Pass. Yeah, I'll have to actually buy that if I want to play it again. Unfortunately, but that was really fun. I played that, and I wasn't sure if anyone would really enjoy that game, but I had fun playing it myself. I kind of just played it on my own. So the thing that I kind of like come back to kind of like bring things back together, is kind of doing some of the older games I used to enjoy again. And I've done some of them already. You guys have probably checked out some of the retro games I did in the past, playing A Link to the Past like 500 times. And one of the things I mentioned, I think it might have been on Discord, or maybe it's on one of the other streams, is playing, no, not this song right now, but the song I think that was just playing was Donkey Kong Country. And I think I'm going to go and play some of the Donkey Kong Country games. I don't know if you guys are into that, retro games, but I'll probably do that. I don't know if it's going to be a stream or just as a video thing, or if I'll do it as like a stream and then do edited videos for it, because maybe that's the sort of thing I should be doing. I don't know at this point. The correct way? Wait, what's the correct way, Nanochites? I missed whatever you were talking about. I think I might have responded to your comment late because it wasn't actually on the screen until just now. I think it was like a late. Sometimes the window doesn't always scroll, so I had to kind of like adjust that. Now I feel distracted again. Terrible, terrible. And you know what's funny? This is a song about Orphan. I had someone comment on one of my Orphan videos recently, and it was funny because they mentioned. Let's see if we can find it. YouTube, where do you show my comments? They have like a thing for it, but then when you read it, it goes off the screen. Yeah, essentially it was like something about how like Orphan wasn't like a loan shark or whatever in the lore, because I think I kind of joked around about that in the original Orphan video I did. And it's funny because I got out my old instruction booklet. I'm like, you know, in the instruction booklet, it actually does say something about this. But it's funny because I don't think it's actually what they meant to say. What happened was the game kind of came out before they released the anime in the US. It was kind of like a promotional thing that I guess they wanted to do. So they kind of like tied it in with the anime like right before it came out. And they like didn't translate everything correctly. So in like the game booklet, it's like, oh, like Orphan is now working as like basically as a moneylender. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why is he a moneylender? Basically, like the actual backstory, this guy like explained it, is like there was like gambling debts that Vulcan owed to Orphan, and that's kind of why he was working as his like indentured servant, whatever the hell it was. It was very weird. Donkey Kong sounds fun. Oh, cool. I'm glad you guys are kind of liking it. Yeah, Cerise mentioned Donkey Kong has like drums. Donkey Kong likes to drum. Oh, you know, it's because there was that game with Donkey Kong doing the drums. What was it called? Like Donkey Konga? I don't know if it's Donkey Konga. It should have been called Donkey Konga. Was that the name of it? I have to check now. Yeah, it was Donkey Konga. Okay. I'm like, I think it was called Donkey Konga. If that wasn't the name, how could it not have been? That's like the perfect name for it. Hey, Value Inputs. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. I hope you had a good one. I kind of explained it didn't really go too well because Emily got sick, so we didn't do anything, essentially. But, you know, it is what it is. It's kind of, you know what's funny? I think that happened with, like, Christmas last year, or, like, one of the holidays. I think it was Christmas, like, one of these past years. She got sick and we couldn't do anything either. It's like, something always happens around the holidays and it doesn't really go that well. That's just how life is. Speaking of things, because I was mentioning my old channel, the Try Plays channel, this was a game I kind of played a little bit on it. This is from Banjo-Kazooie. We played, I think it was just me playing, actually. I think I did this on my own. I played Banjo-Kazooie, but I only uploaded like 1 or 2 videos for it. And I think this would be something fun to go to at some point, too. Because I'm kind of going about like retro games, because I was just saying, I don't really get into new games anymore. I don't know what it is. Sometimes you guys recommend games to me, and I play them, and I kind of enjoy them. Like, Yakuza was something I had fun with, but, like, I don't know. I could, like, take it in small amounts, but it's not like a game I constantly want to go back to. Like, when I'm playing, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is fun. I'm digging it. But then, when I'm not playing it, I'm not, like, in the mood to play it, if you know what I mean. Maybe it's something I just have to, like, kind of, like, put myself through to go through, the game. Oh, what happened, Value? Your dad's new wife were sick today, and her dog, the wife and the dog were sick? Oh. That's sad. Yeah, it sucks. Hopefully they both get better soon. Yeah, it sounds like... I'm not trying to be like mean to the person, but I always feel like a little bit worse when like animals get sick. But I do hope the new wife gets better as well. But, you know, I always feel bad when animals get sick. It makes me feel worse. It's just the way I feel. It makes me feel like I'm being insensitive, so I feel kind of bad, like I have to apologize for it constantly. But yeah, like when dogs are sick or cats are sick, or even my animals, like the frogs. Luckily the axolotls have never really gotten sick. The only thing that like kind of was, the sad thing was when we had the baby axolotls. We had several of them we tried to keep. I think it was like 8 of them, but only 3 made it. Which, it's depressing, but in a way it's like kind of had to happen because like we barely have room for the ones that we have. So yeah, what I was kind of going over, and thanks for trying to get me back on topic, Shotcat, even if it's not what you intended, because I get so distracted, as you guys can see here. The games that I kind of like are the older retro games, so just kind of like going over them. There's like Donkey Kong, A Link to the Past, which you guys already know because I've played that game 15 million times, and I was like doing the randomizers. But in addition to that, the other Zelda games as well, which you could probably get a handle on for the fact that I've done, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. I don't know how I forgot the name of that. I don't think I ever finished that because we're doing it as a randomizer. Me and Mike were doing it as a randomizer. And we never finished the randomizer, sadly. Twilight Princess. Oh, you know what I was gonna say? Speaking of Zelda, I've always thought, and always being like the last 5 years or so, about at one point doing Breath of the Wild, because I played the game when it first came out. I'm kind of like, maybe one day I should actually do this as a stream, but I want to do it years from now when I've forgotten about the game, so it's all kind of like fresh to me again. And I felt like it'd be a good time to do it while waiting for the second Switch Zelda game to come out, whatever it's called. I think they actually have a title for it now. It's something weird, I believe. I don't know what the name of it is, but there's like a weird name for the new Zelda game. I just can't remember what it is right now. I mean, yeah, it's sad. I kind of expected not all of them to make it. That's why I kept 8 of them, because I'm like, I don't know how many are actually gonna make it. They made like hundreds of eggs, and there's a way to humanely dispose of them because we couldn't keep hundreds of them, and I didn't know about like the things about like selling them online, and even then I kind of like worried, like, I don't know, if I do sell these online, like what kind of homes are they going to? So we kind of like humanely dispose of the eggs, because we've had to do that in the past because the frogs we had, they made a bunch of extra eggs as well, and we weren't really able to, care for, like, again, hundreds of animals. Because while they're small on their own, if you have a bunch of them, then it's not good. You don't want them all together like that. It'll mess up the water parameters. They can't all live crammed in the water like that. It's just not right. And Value Inputs, thanks for stopping by. I'm glad you can make it. And, hopefully we can do this on some other stream at some point in the future. We'll see what it is exactly, because I'm still debating it. And yeah, enjoy your food. Yeah, it is rough. It bothered me immensely. What really hit me hard was the first one we lost, when we had our first kind of batch. We had Omelette, who's the big frog. She's I say big, she's like I don't know, about the size of your fist, a little bit smaller than that maybe. And we had a couple of smaller frogs. There's African clawed frogs, which Omelette is, and there's African dwarf frogs. And we only had 2 African dwarf frogs. There was Darby and Bertram. And after about like 2 years, Bertram got sick, and we took him actually to the vet, and he made it through the first time. They got some medicine. He was able to be treated with it, and he actually recovered. But then a couple months later, he came down sick again, and we took him to the vet again. But that time, I think he died just like the same night that we took him to the vet. He just wasn't able to make it, unfortunately. And that was, that bothered me, because I felt like I didn't know what I did wrong. And I mean, the thing is, it's hard to tell. Like, is it that, the water wasn't kept well? Is there some kind of problem? But the funny thing is, that was about, I think we got them around like 2015, 2016. And so maybe he died in like, it was like late 2017, maybe? I forget now, 'cause it's been so long. Darby, who is the same frog we got at the same time, she's still alive. She's like old now. she's kind of like not in the best shape because, you know, the kind of like, it's almost like she has arthritis, or like fingertips are kind of curled up. But, you know, she's still alive. She's like enjoying her life in the tank, it seems, you know. And it's weird because she survived so many other frogs. And it's just kind of like inexplicable. Like, why do some make it and some don't? I don't know. It could be like a genetic thing. Like maybe they don't have like the best gene pool and some just get sick and don't make it as easy as others. But we've had like a bunch that haven't made it. There were a couple of frogs we got that were like, we took them from the store and they weren't in the best shape, and we kind of knew they weren't going to make it. Like one was missing an arm. Another wasn't missing an arm, but you could tell the arms were broken because they weren't able to move them at all. And we got that one, tried to save it, and it like died right away, like the same night, unfortunately. And yeah, it was sad, but I kind of knew it was going to happen. And we've had other little frogs we kept, and you know, they would live for a while, but a lot of them wouldn't make it. And I learned this when I was getting these pets, is that they expect you to quarantine them for like a good, you know, about a month to a month and a half. And the reason why is, you know, they could be sick from the store, and they may spread to the other animals you already have. So you want to keep them in a quarantine tank, essentially, before you introduce them to the larger community. So we did that, and there were so many times when, you know, we'd get like a couple, like 2 or 3, and then like 1 or 2 of them would die in that first month. And essentially what we have is Darby, who's like lived the 5 years or so, or 6 years, I forget what it is at this point. And we've had Glen Peter, it's a silly name, I know, but she came in like a batch with another frog who died in the quarantine period. And you know, she survived though, and maybe that was like 3 years ago. And there's Maple, who again we got with like 3 frogs, and the other 2 died, but she survived. So it's just kind of weird. You just kind of learn that, like, some things are out of your control. They're great names. I'm glad you like them. I feel like other people are like, what the hell's that name? But I'm glad you guys, you know, I had a feeling you guys would understand. You guys are cool like that. I should have known. Anyway, what am I talking about this for? I think we kind of talked about, you know, just the animals in general. And, you know, we got distracted and get into reminiscing about that sort of thing. But it is what it is. What am I talking about? What was I talking about last? I know we're kind of talking about in general about like the games we were playing. Oh, speaking of retro games, this song is played. This is actually, I think, from Chrono Cross's version of the song, but the Chrono Trigger games are pretty cool. I played a little bit of Chrono. I think I even played it with Emily, maybe. Was it with Emily? Yeah, I played Chrono Trigger, and that'd be a fun one to go back to. I probably have to start all over. Because I think I did play a couple of videos of it, but it wasn't very much. It's probably a game where it's like 1 or 2 videos. Here, I could probably search on my channel. There's a way to search on channel pages. And if I do so, let's see here. Chrono Trigger. Yeah, I was doing like the DS version. We did like 4 episodes. Actually, it's more than I thought. But how far do you actually get up to? Oh, actually it was, yeah, it's when you're in the past and you're going through the cathedral. The corrupted cathedral. Yeah, there's a lot that I like about that game. And then there's the, kind of like the Black Sheep sequel, Chrono Cross, which would be fun to do because I feel like that game never really got enough love. You know, it wasn't like the same game as Chrono Trigger. It featured a different cast for the most part. It's kind of like a crossover a bit with a certain thing, although it's kind of like non-canon or something. It's weird. I remember looking up at one point like the lore on it, and it was kind of confusing. Which is funny. I think actually the DS version tries to connect them in a way. Like when they were making Chrono Cross, they were gonna have a connection, but then they got rid of the connection with the character. And I think in Chrono Cross they tried to bring it back. So I guess they realized like, oh, actually it's a pretty cool connection. So it's weird. I always felt like they should have like done a remake of that game. Both Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross, but they never did. I don't know why. Like Square, they've remade a bunch of other things. The Final Fantasy games, they made, well, I guess it's not really a remake. They made like pixel remasters, which I don't even think are the highest quality, but they should have done that with Chrono Cross and Chrono Trigger. But I don't know. They're like weird. They don't like doing that. They only like making weird things at this point, in my opinion. Yeah, I've played or seen too many of them. Yeah, let me ask you, Shadowcat, without, asking you like your age or stuff like that, because I don't like trying to ask people that question. It's weird. Like, what kind of games were you growing up playing for the most part? That kind of like reveals things about you in a way. I'm just curious what you guys I just enjoy for the chat overall. Like, what kind of games did you guys play when you were young that you enjoyed? For me, it was kind of stuff like, Chrono Trigger, the Final Fantasy games that were at the time. Like, they were 3 and 2, but they were really like 4 and 6 or whatever. And then there, of course, was like Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9 that all end up coming out for the PlayStation. This game, Brave Fencer Musashi, I kind of like feel like it's cheesy kind of going back and playing games that I never finished. But this would actually be a really fun game to go back and, let me see, there you go. Brave Fencer Musashi. It was a game for the PlayStation, it was a lot of fun. I should probably go back and play this. It has voice acting too, which it's one of those games that were early on that had voice acting, but I actually don't think it's bad. I think it's actually pretty good at voice acting considering some of the other voice acting that was out at the time. So, maybe I should do that again. It's an old game that I played with Emily and we never finished it. Surprise, surprise. He played Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh! For the Game Boy Advance. I never played any of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Games. Hamtaro. There's a Hamtaro game? I didn't know that. Yeah. Pokemon and Spyro I both played out of those. I was aware of Ace Attorney, but I never got into it. Yeah. Oh yeah, it did. Wait, are you actually familiar with the game Shadowcat? Other than the fact that I have it from my music? Because I felt like not many people remember that game at all. Even if you played it at the time, I feel like most people probably don't remember it. Because it's kind of like an oddball game. It like didn't get much attention, but it was actually really good. And I don't know why it didn't get a lot of attention. I think it wasn't really marketed well. What's funny about it is the only reason I played it was because they included a demo of Final Fantasy VIII when you bought the game. And I wanted to play Final Fantasy VIII because I'm a huge Final Fantasy nerd. So I actually got the game for Final Fantasy VIII, and then I played the game itself. And I'm like, oh, this is actually awesome. What's funny is I think I actually like the game Brave Fencer Musashi better than Final Fantasy VIII. There are multiple. It makes sense. There's a lot of these tie-in games that they make a bunch of, but I don't really like tie-in games for the most part. The only kind of tie-in game that I got involved in was Orphan, but I didn't know it was a tie-in game at the time because I never heard of Orphan. Now, what is the name of the anime? It's Orphan, Sorcerer Stabber Orphan. Because it wasn't actually out in America at the time. It was just kind of like in Japan, and they made the game and they released it in the US because they were also going to release the anime. But other than that, yeah, tie-in games, trying to think of. I didn't really play them. No, I can't think of any anyway. The ones on emulator. Yeah, the nice thing about emulators, you can go back and play that retro stuff that doesn't get released, because there's so much stuff that never gets released anymore. They kind of have like the virtual stores, or what is it? The Xbox Game Pass, PlayStation Plus, or whatever, and they have some classic games for it, but it's usually like the big games, and not like some of the smaller ones that you'd want to play. Because there's so much classic stuff that is kind of like forgotten about. And I guess there's no value in releasing that because, like, who's going to play it? No one remembers it. It's sad, but it's true. I mean, I would play it. But I guess not enough other people would. You'd play it, maybe, Shadowcat. Cerise, maybe? I'm not talking about any game in specific, but, like, we all have, like, some kind of game we would, like, be nostalgic for that isn't remembered well. Ham Heartbreak. What a name. I love that. It reminds me of what is it? What's the name of I don't know. I can't remember. Who was the guy that was like, he kind of looked like a hamster in Danganronpa? I want to almost call him Hamtaro. Didn't he have like a nickname that was kind of like that too? He's like the fat, nerdy type dude. The otaku. I can't remember his name for the life of me. He's like a very bizarre character. I feel I'm terrible giving a description for these things. McDonald's sometimes got PC discs, kind of like cute little kiddie games. I think they would. I don't remember ever getting them though, to be honest. A Lizzie McGuire thing? What, they give you like a Lizzie McGuire game? You know, I should probably look it up. I have Google at my services here. Danganronpa Yamato. Oh yeah, it was. Okay. No, his name was Hifumi. I don't know why I was saying like him. Like, wasn't there something called like they would call him like Ham Hands? Was that who it was? I don't know. He kind of looks like a hamster face. He has like a weird, kind of like a dimple thing there. This is a weird tangent. Start with the SNES and 64. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like how I got started as well, I suppose. When I was young, I kind of mentioned it before, but I had the regular Nintendo and the Super Nintendo kind of like around the same time, because they're both kind of already out at that point. And then the N64 was like the first new console for me. Like, it was something that was being like announced that I was looking forward to, and then it came out and it was like all this hype for it. Seeing how the medium grows. Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool just because I feel those games are just like fantastic in their own right. And in some ways, I like them so much better than the newer ones. And the other thing I want to talk about now, which I'll mention, because we can talk more about like particular games as well. I should probably like write some down. Let's see, get Notepad open. Is I wanted to mention. So I kind of mentioned I have the other channel that I used to use for uploading, and this is when I was doing visual novels predominantly. And I'm like, maybe I should upload just like regular games to another channel now, since like everyone's used to going to my channel for visual novels. Now like no one knows what to go to my channel for. It's like kind of like a mishmash, and like there's like no theme to it. So like at this point it doesn't matter like what I upload to my channel. It's mostly just like streaming at this point. But I'm thinking about using the other channel I had, which was just called Try Plays, and kind of like just doing it as a channel to upload mostly, you know, just kind of like random clips from like everyday thing. Like I might upload clips of the animals, like show off streams of them. And I've like mentioned on Discord that I like do like a little bit of photography every now and then. So if I go out to places, I'll just like do some videos at places, just kind of show things off like that. It just mostly be like for me, and if anyone's interested in checking that out, they're welcome to kind of like subscribe and just see that kind of stuff. I don't know if I would do like vlogs or stuff like that, because I'm not like all into that sort of thing. Yeah, it'd be like a variety channel, sort of. It'd be like animals, showing off the cute animals, and just like things that I do if I go out. I kind of wanted to do that in the past, because we used to go on, I haven't done this in years now, but we used to kind of like go on vacations, and I would take like a bunch of videos and, you know, pictures, that sort of thing. And there were like a couple cool places we went to, but I never ended up doing that. And I kind of regret that I never did that, because I felt like it would have been cool if I did that at the time. Like we went to like Scotland, took like a bunch of videos, and I don't know if it's much of videos at that point, but like a bunch of pictures of stuff. And did a bunch of stuff in Asia, like Thailand, Cambodia, and Vietnam. I'm trying to remember. And just like some stuff in the US we did. We went to Arizona. There's the Grand Canyon. Phoenix. There's like kind of stuff in that area. And what was the other trip? Oh, yeah, to I have a hat for it too. What is it? Yosemite. Yeah, that sort of thing. It's not really a new channel. You may have seen it in the past. I'm not sure. Do I have the link to it? I probably do. I just called it Try Plays at the time because I'm not good at coming up with original names like that. No, how do I find it? Damn it. Ah, here it is. So basically what it was there was a channel where I kind of uploaded things that were not visual novels to when I was playing like all visual novels all the time and doing the podcast and that sort of thing. Because like at that point when I was thinking, it's like, oh, since now all I'm doing is visual novels and that's all anyone that's coming to my channel is basically watching at this point, I still want to play like the other games I used to play every now and then, just like kind of like what I would just describe as regular games, like as in not visual novels. And I basically made that channel for that purpose. But then what ended up happening was I kind of didn't like feel there's much of a point in doing that because we were playing visual novels so much I didn't have time to really do these other games anymore. And then I think what also happened was YouTube started allowing streaming on their site. And I got more into doing live streams, which I ended up doing on my own channel or the main channel I should say. Because I think at that point you could only stream on channels of like a certain size. And like we only had like 100 subscribers on that second channel at like the peak or whatever. Like 150 maybe. Now it's like it says 118. But yeah, I did like some random things in Undertale. I did like another Orphan series, which I think I only did like part way through. And I did a couple of things with Mike. Oh, that's where I uploaded some of the randomizers. I think those were some of the first randomizers I did were on that channel. And yeah, we're doing Doom, which I don't know if I uploaded the rest of the Doom videos on my other channel. I have like the one there for some reason. But basically now, it'd be kind of pointless, because like I said, if anything, I'm just going to kind of like finish up the visual novels we were doing on my channel, and I don't have any concrete plans to do like any new visual novels at this point. So whatever I do on the main Try and Morning channel at this point, it's going to be just, you know, regular streams that I do, live streaming games, and then possibly making video playthroughs of things, if that is indeed what I decide on. I may just do like clips of things. Like kind of like do the full playthroughs as streams and then kind of like do edited clips for the videos to upload on the channel. I think that's like what most people do. But I'm not really positive. And so yeah, I would just take the other channel and kind of like just use it for like general purposes. I was also debating if I should just do like basically completely make it so I have like one channel dedicated to like one genre of game and then one dedicated to another, because the way I feel like YouTube works, and the thing is YouTube's kind of like a black box where I have no idea how YouTube works half the time. YouTube kind of punishes you if like you have people watching like one type of content but not the other. So if you have like too many things on your channel, YouTube kind of doesn't like it. And what I mean is if you have like a wide subscriber count, because like, oh, like here you played Danganronpa, here you played, you know, at one point years ago you played Orphan, here you played Zelda, and like you have all these subs accumulated over the years, kind of like my channel is, then they kind of like don't want to recommend your channel because they're like, oh, well, you don't actually have a lot of people that watch like any particular video. Well, the thing is, I never had like a bunch of subscribers at one time. Like if you look at my channel, it's like what? It's like, oh, there's about six. Well, I mean, sometimes there's only like 6 people watching or whatever. But it's like, oh, there's like 6K subscribers. But I've never really had like 6K subscribers, because at like one particular time, like it was only ever like maybe a couple of hundred people at once like watching at any particular time, and not like on stream, but like watching my videos like over the course of like when I was uploading, let's say. So it's always kind of been like this misleading amount of like subscribers on my channel, and I feel like YouTube kind of like looks at that and they're like, oh yeah, I don't know about this guy, like Yeah, and that's kind of like the shame because like I kind of like having it that way where like there's a bunch of different things and I've never minded like okay, like some people just want to stay for this video, some people just want to stay for that video. But like YouTube itself is kind of like, oh, like this channel's shady because it has like 6K subscribers, but like most people are only watching like one video or another video and it's never like all that many and all together for any of them. So it's like, I don't know. On the one hand, I'm like, I don't really care, but on the other hand, I kind of do because it feels like it's like I'm spending the effort on it, but YouTube is kind of like hindering me in this way for doing it that way. So I admit like it annoys me to some extent. That's the way that operates. And then like I like was watching stuff on YouTube because I like watching just people I kind of like talk about streaming because like there's a guy who does these videos on streaming that like is about, you know, how to like set up the stream settings and do that sort of thing to like improve the stream and like, oh, like there's a new version of OBS, like here's what's new in it, and it gives you like instruction, that sort of thing. And they also talk about like the streaming perspective from like kind of like the business aspect or not so much business what I'm thinking of, but the like analytical side of it, the algorithmic side, I guess, as well. And like how that all works. And like you watch it and you're like, oh wow, like the way I do things like isn't good at all because like YouTube also doesn't like when you do like live streams along with videos on a channel apparently. And I've like always kind of done it that way. YouTube faced when Erin and their mother had a side channel. Nowadays, maybe most people do a very slow shift towards the content they want to do on their one channel. What I notice that people do who are like the big channels, what they do is they have like basically a channel for streaming, and then they have like a highlight channel that kind of like clips everything down. And I guess that makes sense because there's an audience that wants to watch streams, right? And it may not always be the biggest audience, but what I found is it's a rather consistent audience. Like the people that come out to my streams, I'm always kind of seeing like basically the same faces. There are new people who show up every now and then, and you know, it's funny, sometimes like they'll stick along for like the ride, which is kind of funny, like Beepus. Beepus just kind of like randomly shows up and now it's like at every stream, even if it's only for like a little bit or whatever. And it's like a completely different audience than one that I would have on my videos, because like there's people who like comment on videos and they're like never at the streams. Yeah, the way I kind of feel now, Trice, it's not only like a tall order, but it's a it's kind of like a Pyrrhic victory even if you do it, because you may do something that optimizes your channel for the algorithm, but then it may not necessarily be the kind of thing that you want to do. And it's like, oh, well, if you're not having fun, the way I feel is like kind of like, what's the point? It's like, oh, I could do this and this, and it would probably be more beneficial, but like then I don't think I'd be having any fun with it. A lot of the bigger channels have a separate... Yeah, that's what I... Oh, and that's something separate as well as the whole YouTube Shorts thing as well. And what's funny is the way I've seen YouTube kind of change just recently is they have it set up so there's different tabs for, you know, live uploads and shorts. And you would think that they would change the algorithm so all of these things can kind of coexist together on one channel, but I don't think they've actually changed that aspect of it. I could be wrong. Maybe they haven't, it just hasn't taken effect yet. But that was sort of the thing I was thinking about when I was filling the volume, because this song is very loud in my headset. By the way, if you haven't seen my headset, it's kind of like falling apart. Oh, no, it's this one. You can see the thing here. Oh, and yeah, we have the girls and love bots who are out in force. Like, this has been a huge thing for a while now. I don't know how YouTube still has this problem. It's very strange. There we go. What was I gonna say now? Damn it, bot, you distracted me with your nonsense. Another one? Oh, goodness. They are rampant. You know, I should check into this. I was talking the other day. I wonder if there's a way to block the actual things. You know what's funny is YouTube has a thing that maybe, you know, I turned it off during the other stream. Maybe I should turn that back on to see how that works. Because it's blocking certain people who are saying certain words. I'm like, oh, this is annoying. But maybe now it's causing more bots to appear than need be. Your headset's falling apart too? I'm sorry to hear that. It's very annoying. These were expensive once I just don't want to replace them, and it's like, oh, well, whatever. It's falling apart, but they still actually are operational, so it's like, whatever, it looks like shit, but most of the time I'm not using the cam anyway, so it doesn't matter. Let's see if we can check this out. Because I was wondering if we could actually block emotes. And if I could, I'm just going to block these because I always see the bots use them. Most people don't really use emotes on my channel. I feel it's like more of a thing with more meme channels. So let's see, can I block an emote? Maybe. Okay, hold on. This might actually work. I didn't think it would. So it's funny, because I guess if people use these emotes now, they're going to have their messages blocked. Let's see, did it actually save that? So it may not have, like, I may have been able to enter it, but I may not have saved that actual setting. No, it actually does see. Alright, so if you do like these emotes that are like the weird ones, like the weird like heart face thing, which I'm trying to highlight more of them. See, I'm trying to highlight them individually, but it's giving problems. I don't think it'd be any emote. Here, try to use emotes. You know what's probably fine? It probably lets me use it, but I don't know if it try to post this emote. I'm just curious. I want to see. I'm like 99% sure it's going to let me post it because I'm like the channel owner and I think I could get away with anything. I'm going to wait for you guys. Oh wait, I didn't actually save it. Let me try it now. There we go. Well, you guys can post other emotes. That's working at least. These things always use the same kind of emotes, I've noticed. Well, so far I'm not seeing it. Is anyone trying to put in that emote in the chat? Or did mine even post at all? I don't know if mine posted. I'm assuming it did because I'm the channel owner. It's like, oh yeah, channel owner can do anything. Maybe I should see on my phone on like another account. I show off my phone on screen. Uh-oh, if you see like a password or something. Goodness. Can't have that. Alright. Did you guys see the one I posted? I posted, Here, it did let me post it. Oh no, it still lets you post it. Okay, so it did. Well, that kind of sucks. I was hoping that it would actually block it, but no, it does show up in the chat. What's funny is it will show up for you either way, because if you post a blocked message, it's actually it's kind of like a shadow ban, I think. That's the term I'm looking for. Where it'll show up for you, but it won't show up on the stream. But I did see that, so. Oh well. I'll have to block them the other way. Just like when they show up, block them, I suppose. What a shame. It was worth a try, though. What's funny is I was surprised it actually let me post it in the, there's a window in your settings where it says, oh, what is it, blacklist? Where you can blacklist certain words from showing up on your channel. And I try to put it in there. Hello, Lucky Cat Griggles. How are you doing? Sony has this line of very sleek looking but expensive noise canceling headphones that just about every TikTok female influencer seems to use. I wouldn't know. I've never used TikTok. I never will. I'm also not looking up female TikTokers. I'd get in trouble if I tried to do that, probably. Hello again, Nanotrites. Or unless you're saying hello to Lucky Cat Griggles. I know you were here before anyway. I mean, you were just here commenting. So I'm assuming that was for Griggles. I just assumed it was for me for some reason. I guess I'm so vain, I thought it was about me. Okay. I was just seeing if there's any other thing I could possibly put this into to maybe block the emotes, but I don't think it works. Which is a shame. You're the perfect audience for TikTok. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry for you. No, like, all I can do is add people to the list, which is... It's quite a long list now because of all the bots that have been on YouTube. What's funny is... Now, I would think... So I have this little page up where it shows my blocked users. And what I would think is that when an account gets deleted, it doesn't show up on the list anymore. But I still see a bunch of these stupid bot names. So does YouTube just like never delete them? You think they would? Like, it's such an annoying thing. Here, can I? So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not only going to block them, but I'm gonna report them. Maybe that'll help out. They probably just like make them just as easily. Like they probably make them quicker than I can even report them. There we go. Okay. I think that was all of them. There were actually like 2 that showed up. Yeah, I don't know what it really started like about a year or 2 ago, and I don't know why. Like, did YouTube change something that made it easier for bots to sign up for accounts with like their API or whatever? But it wasn't always a thing for some reason. And now they're just everywhere. I see it on other streams all the time. Okay, well, enough of that. So, what should we talk about now? I was probably talking about something I got completely distracted on it. Yeah, I was talking about the other channel. I was talking about what I'm going to be doing on this channel. So, I'm going to try out a few retro games like I mentioned. Donkey Kong's gonna be the first one. I always kind of talked to Mike about it. I talked to, like I talked about on stream at one point before this stream, obviously, because I mentioned it here. And, that's something else I was gonna say. To move on to you, but now I don't know. No. I was kind of going back in the chat to see if there's anything that remind me of what we were talking about. Other than the fact that we were kind of going over games. I think that was like the last thing we were really doing. But obviously I wanted to move on to something else, and I can't remember what it was going to be. It was like going to segue. Yeah, we're talking about like the streams, YouTube's algorithm being kind of weird. I know, it's so easy. Especially when you get as distracted as I do, as easily. I blame the bot. What an asshole bot. So I've been streaming for a while now, so I get cursed. Apparently that's something that applies as well. Is, well, you know, the fact is, I don't really get hit that often. Even when I curse in videos, like, I don't get the thing like, oh, you know, they're being demonetized because of swearing. And it's funny because I see other channels that are, like, very careful about that. But I've almost never had that as a problem. I don't know why. Maybe one day YouTube will, like, hit all my videos for swearing. But what I had heard is it's, like, mostly if you don't curse within like the first, I don't know, like hour or so. If it's like a long video or live stream, it's more than fine. Yeah, and that's why I eventually gave up on doing the Danganronpa game, the Ultra Despair Girls, because I enjoyed the other Danganronpa games well enough. Like I said, there were imperfections, and they're all much too long. But with Ultra Despair Girls, it just got to the point where there was really not much I was looking forward to when I played the game. So like, I'm just gonna drop it. I wanted to see it through just because we had played all the other games, and I wanted to see how it connected narratively. And because there's also a point early on in the game where I was sort of enjoying the gameplay of it. I thought there were a couple of interesting things that they had done in that game to make it different from the other Danganronpas with the actual gameplay. And the mechanic with the different kind of bullets you would shoot. But what happened is they took them away, and then it's like, oh, you unlock one every chapter. Which, you know, I mean, that's most games where you have to unlock stuff, but it would have been cool if you had all those features and they just added more instead of being like, okay, you get them, then they all go away. And then basically just using like the simple shoot thing for like a whole chapter. Then you unlock like the other one. It was like very slow, and it's like, okay, well, it's the only one that I have. Maybe it'll get good eventually, but like for now, it's just like very boring. Oh, this one will like move vehicles. Or like shut doors or whatever, open doors. And the story was just ridiculous. Saw the entirety of the game. I think it's better just to watch the cutscenes for the story. The thing was, the story was nothing worthwhile in that one. Like, it's funny because I like the story of all Danganronpa games up until the end of the game. I think that's true for every single one of them. And with Danganronpa Ultra Despair Girls, I didn't like the story at all in that one, even while playing the game. The interesting thing I think about Danganronpa is the mystery, because the story itself isn't very good, but the mystery aspect is, it's fun. You know, anything that has a mystery in it is better, and the reason why is because your brain fills in the gaps. Like, it allows you to actually kind of like have fun, kind of like speculating, and then when you see the show playing out, and like you see something that kind of like adds to your theory of things, it feels good. Like it's kind of like an endorphin hit, I guess. It's like, oh, I think this is gonna happen, and oh, this thing's happening, and it kind of reinforces my theory. You know, you don't know if it's gonna happen or not, but like as you're going along the way, like kind of like builds up, and it's like fun. Like at least that's how it was for me. Like shows like Lost and you know, kind of Game of Thrones, that sort of thing. And then you get to the end of it, and while I personally don't think the endings were good for either of those things, I think it's also very hard to deliver a satisfying ending when you're so reliant on things like intrigue and mystery and that sort of thing. And with Danganronpa, I mean, how can you not say that that was a key aspect of any of those games, is this whole mystery and aspect of I mean, it's just mystery. I'm just gonna think of like the Thors. Look up the Thorstenty synonyms for that. But yeah, like trying to figure out like what's going on here. Having your characters like piece together, like solve their amnesia of like what's actually going on. And that's like the major crux and draw of each one of those games, because that's every single game. They did the same thing. Which also didn't improve my opinion on those games going into them, because it's like, oh, well, you're really just doing the same thing that we had in the other Danganronpa game. It's like, the story here is just the same that we already saw, just with a different twist. And even then, the kind of aspects of the mystery are the same. It's just like how it's solved is somewhat different. Having OP characters in crazy settings get out of hand so quickly. I liked the zaniness of some of the characters. Other ones are like, it's kind of weird. It's funny because I feel like a lot of them were kind of underused. Like they have this character trait or aspect which they're supposed to be like the ultimate of, and then it doesn't really seem to play very much in the game itself. I felt like the whole thing with the ultimates is just kind of like it's just kind of like thrown in there to have some aspect to latch onto. but it's not really necessary for the game itself. Like, you could do the whole game without that, and it wouldn't change anything. Maybe it would. I don't know. There's people that like live, breathe Danganronpa, and they know more than me. They could like quote everything, like, "Oh, you got this wrong, that wrong." It's like, you know, I played the game once. I wasn't like looking up the wiki to try to figure out what's going on and know everything ahead of time. It's just like what I took from playing the game once. I'm not gonna like go through it again. Yeah, I think I commented on that as well, that the game felt very... I understand that you're going to have characters dying in the game, so you're not going to see them for most of the game. And you don't want to kind of have like the entire chapter devoted to that character because it's going to give away. Like, in the first game, it's very obvious. Oh, my camera's out of focus. It's extremely obvious who's going to die in the first chapter of the game because you spend so much time with this character. It's like, oh, you know, it's interesting. You know what's funny? I see people say like, oh, it's actually like a twist. Like this character's like built up like they're going to be your assistant in the game. And for me, it was always like, oh, I knew right away that character was going to die when you're spending this much time with them. I'm like, yeah, you're spending so much time with this character. They're definitely going to die in this chapter like right away. And of course they do. So, like, you don't want to do that because it's going to give it away every time, like, who's going to be the character that dies in the chapter if you're spending a lot of time with them and developing that character. So it's kind of like a necessary evil. You're going to have characters that are underdeveloped like that. But it is unfortunate that that's the way it is. Because there's so many characters in the game, I'm like, wow, that character felt completely pointless. And it's funny because then there's people who are like, oh, like, why do you hate this character? They're a good character if you, like, do all the free time events. But, like, you have limited time. You can't do all the free time events. That's like a problem with the game itself, that it's not all available to you. You don't know who to hang out with. So I just try to tell people, like, you can't really be upset with people for not liking a character, because there's some people that got like very upset that like, oh, this is my favorite character. I can't believe that you didn't like them, that sort of thing. That's just how it is. Some folks are better at reading between the lines of the plots. Well, yeah, I wouldn't even say it's as much as that. It's kind of like what I said, that they do have these free time events that expand on the characters, but you don't have the time to do them all. And, you know, there's going to be times when you hang out with a character, and you could have been sitting with this other character and getting to know them, but, you know, it's limited time. In any, like, one game, you're going to miss out on, like, over half the events, because you have to do, like, what, 5 or 6 events with each character. And what, you get like maybe 4 events per chapter where you could actually do an event with them. So you can't even like finish 1 character per chapter. And there's only like, what, 5 chapters in the game. So you can't even do like full 5 characters. You do like a partial one with each character, maybe get to know them partially, but then you don't know the full story arc of them. Either way. Sometimes they're good about it and they develop the character arc in the like the narrative of the game itself, not the extra events. The extra events, like I said, should be completely optional, to the point where like you don't need them to actually understand the character. And that was always my take on it. Anyway, yeah, I mean, that's enough about that, I guess. So I don't know. Anyway, I guess I talked most about what I needed to talk about. There's probably things I like got completely distracted with other things on. Didn't mention as much as I wanted to, didn't mention as clearly and concisely, certainly, as I wanted to, but that about fulfills the most of what I could do here. So I wanted to ask you guys, is there anything you guys want to do for like, I'm going to do another hour here, play like a little bit of a game or something? Possibly. I don't know if you guys want to see that Shadow Cat. Anyone else that may be hanging around in the chat still lurking? I'm going to check here myself because I have some games that I have downloaded. I'm trying to check which ones I would possibly want to do for the stream, though. Maybe I should start one of the ones I already talked about. But I don't want to do it without like a consistent game plan. Hey, Isabel, how are things going with you? Or here to lurk, as always. Well, I don't mind you lurking, Nanochide. It's all good. Yeah, so I got done gabbing for way too long, Isabel. I'm trying to see if there's any fun game that I could quickly sort of play just as like a one-off thing. Because I can't like do any of the things that I was playing like 7 Days to Die. Because I'm doing it with the whole group. Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Audrey. I just kind of noticed, like, even when I'm just switching the window, it actually does kind of like flash on my face. You can notice like the change of the color. Let's see here. Kind of looking at Steam right now. Because I have so much in my library I've never played. But is there anything that would be like a quick thing? I'm trying not to fall back on the things I always do, like Hitman or whatever. I mean, there's a bunch that I could do in Hitman, but it's just kind of I feel like I rely on that too much as like a fallback thing. I did all the Spyro games, I believe. That was like 2 years ago now. Oh, and something just to note about my playlist here. I have had to take some songs out of the playlist because they do get hit with Content ID. Like there's one that had on, I think it's from Turok. And it's a fun song, but it always gets hit with Content ID. So I had to get rid of it. Okay, so I'm looking at Game Pass. There's a classic section. Any good classics here I would like to just mess around with. Some of them are not as classic as I would expect. Like they have Halo, which I mean it's the original Halo, so I guess it is a classic now. But it's just funny for me to think of. I actually don't have very much at all in classics. Wish you a family game. Family and kids. What is this? Oh, they have Goat Simulator under here. Oh, they have City Skylines on this. That's cool. Well, you know, I guess, I mean, a lot of people probably would consider Dead Space retro. Because it is fairly old now. I mean, if you consider Halo retro, I mean, Dead Space isn't that much of a stretch past that, is it? I don't think so. It's just weird for me to think of it that way, though. Yeah, Rhythm I'm terrible at. You probably know that, Shadowcat. You've seen me play Danganronpa. Some of those other games that relied on rhythm. Not really good at any of those in particular. Why is this taking forever to load? I feel like they used to be more in Game Pass. Oh, Peppa Pig. Let's play Peppa Pig. Oh wow, they have the Danganronpa series on Game Pass. I think I might have seen that already on there. But I forgot about that. Some they only have on there for a limited time and they kind of get rid of them. Well, let me ask you, Isabel. I'm not sure if I'm in the mood for horror, but let me ask you, what kind of horror games are you playing that you enjoy so much? Yeah, the Danganronpa I've always had trouble with those rhythm games, but that's true for all rhythm games in general. It's just something that I've never been good at. You know what's right? This is like a visual novel, so I'm not really planning to play it. But they have those Nonary games on Game Pass now. I think people recommended them to me because they're from like the Danganronpa developers, or they're like the Danganronpa games to some extent. I just can't remember that name in my head. I might have actually bought it on Steam at some point, so maybe I went on Steam too. The Class 2G on the PS3? I don't know what that is exactly. That doesn't sound familiar to me. I'm guessing that's a rhythm game? No, the only rhythm game I really remember is Dance Dance Revolution. And I know they've had like other ones since then, and more popular ones I'm sure, but I've just never really been into them. Oh, you know, Prey is something that people have mentioned to me. I've heard of it. I know nothing about it though. Well, I mean, I probably do. Or I've probably been told something about it, but I don't remember it. You know what? There's not a whole lot on Xbox Game Pass that impresses me. And you know what? It's funny, in the past I've seen some pretty good stuff on there. I wonder if they've gotten rid of some of the other things I used to see on here that looked good. I love this music. You know what? What the hell? I'm gonna play some Donkey Kong now. This game puts me in the mood to play it. And you know, I'm like, oh, you know, I'll start on another night. I'll just do it now. What the hell? And also, Sirius, welcome back. We just kind of got done talking about everything. I'm taking way too long to talk about everything. Let's see. I have the SNES thing on my computer, so I should be able to get into this rather easily. Yeah, we're doing Donkey Kong now. We're doing it live. Screw it. Yeah, it's appropriate because all the songs are playing from Donkey Kong Country right now for some reason. It's like a sign. Oh, you know what? I have to start the controller before I play the game. Otherwise, it doesn't accept it afterwards. Let me redo that then. That's somewhat annoying, but that's just the way it goes. Yeah, Donkey Kong. So these are the Donkey Kong Country games, by the way. You know, obviously there's been a lot of Donkey Kong over the decades. Some obviously more recent ones than this. People are probably more familiar with. Controller gonna work? Is it's gonna need some setup? Okay, it's working. Alright, so that should all be good. Alright, let me ask you guys. And I have a feeling you guys are probably gonna say do whatever you want because you guys are polite like that. Do you want me to leave the webcam up for this, or do you want me to take it down? And do you guys have a preference? Because I know you guys are probably going to be nice to be like, oh, I'll do whatever you feel like, try it. But I'm not sure what I feel like, to be perfectly honest. You found a link with an image of the game. It's an eBay link since I grabbed the first one. It's a retro-ish adventure action game. The... what do you call it again? Class 2G? It's a weird name for a game. Maybe I should look up the image too? Oh, just no preference. I figured I was gonna get this. Isabel says they'd be cool to have it. Do whatever you feel like. Oh, you know what I could do? This is an old game anyway, so it's gonna be in the 4:3 aspect ratio. And I already have the stream in widescreen, so I can't change it now. So yeah, I could just leave the webcam on. The reason why I really didn't like doing webcam originally, and I don't know if people have heard me say this before or even remember at this point, but I really didn't like doing something that kind of like got in front of the game screen. And that was like the main reason I didn't want to do that. And there was like a phase where I was like, oh yeah, I want to do webcam because I know a lot of people kind of like that. They like seeing a connection with the person talking or whatever. Makes them feel more welcome or whatever. I don't know the exact reasoning behind it that people may experience. But what I did was, I think I did like videos separate where I had like one with webcam and one not with webcam. So I'm gonna do it with webcam because I could just do this in the. Here, let me copy and paste this. There we go. Whoa. It's funny, it actually flips from one way to the other. Okay. I have to capture the actual game. So I think the game should just work, hopefully. I think I might have the audio for this turned down a bit. I'm gonna have to move the window, of course, as well. But let me get the volume up first. There we go. The way the screen shook, I thought the thing was moving to the... Here, let me get to the menu so I can see the background. Come on. I know, game. I was trying to line things up correctly here. I guess I should take away the background there, because that looks weird, doesn't it? Oh, there's another one I had. Okay. That should be good enough, right? Oh. Alright, that's fine for the most part, I guess. Alright, so I had... Oh, wait, this controls... Oh, wait. I have to be in the window to... That's funny. I'm just making the chat bigger so I can read it now. Love this music. What year did this game come out? Good question. I think it's around like 1994 or so, roughly. With the power of Google. Oh, yep, 1994. I got it. See, if I was Mike, I would just know that. I should just say, like, I know it. Like, oh, yeah, 1994. You guys probably would believe it either way, even if it wasn't true. It's also one of the reasons someone told me they don't like VTuber avatars much, because they got in the way of the game they were playing. Yeah, and what's funny is, like, some people make their things, like, absolutely huge. So I think that's something that VTubers do. They like to make, like, a huge image, right? And, I guess that annoys some people. Like I said, I kind of prefer having the full game screen so I could see it. Anyway, let's get into the game itself. Oh wait, hold on. The music got really awesome. Oh wait, it just ended. And restarted. It was going to like a really cool bit right there. Aw, that sucks. I'm disappointed now. I'm just kind of seeing how far I can hold up my arms to, without covering the screen. Kind of make myself a little bit bigger, I guess. Like, hey, there's Donkey Kong. That looks silly. Yeah, that's okay. I don't need to be super big. I'm not a VTuber or one of those hot girls on Twitch, so I don't need to be taking up a bunch of screen real estate anyway. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what... Let me see if it does it again. Because I think if I keep hitting the button... There we go. Such a fun song. Okay. What I have to do, though, is I have to wait because... when I record a video in OBS, it's set to automatically re-render it as a different video file after I stop recording it. It actually takes a couple of seconds. So I'm waiting for that to happen because I'm making a new video just for this in case anything happens. And right now it's at 71%. So I just have to wait a little bit longer. I have to stall somehow. So for those of you at the stream, this is Donkey Kong Country. It's a cool game. Played it when... well, maybe I should say it for the stream itself. There'll give me stuff to talk about when I'm playing the game, actually. So I guess I'll say instead, again, I hope everyone had a very nice day, or Thanksgiving here in the US, because that's what it was first. Oh no, it's going to this. Whatever. And thank you for joining me here, whether you were coming from some kind of event, or had nothing better to do. Thank you for being at the stream, and joining me for a retro game. Maybe the first of many. Or maybe this will just be a one-off thing, because I'll disappear randomly and not do anything for a while. Okay, it's done. Good. Alright, it's time for some Donkey Kong. So I have the save file here. I just messed around a little bit because I was in the mood for playing this game. So hopefully it means I'm not going to completely suck at the first couple of levels, but no promises. So I was just to say here before we started that this is a game that I played... The first I remember is playing this at my cousin's house. And it's not the cousin I usually talk about when I'm playing video games. It's actually my, my two female cousins I remember having this game. And they were kind of like the same age as me. Like, one's the same age as me, one was like a little bit younger. And I remember them having this game. My other cousin, who was like older than me, I don't remember him ever really playing this game. At least that I... No. Oh no, there's no bananas there. They've all been stolen. There's a backstory of this game like every other. There's probably an instruction booklet, but I'm not referring to that right now. Basically, Donkey Kong is missing his bananas. He has to go looking for them. And that's that. Yeah, we can find a bunch of cool stuff. So we get Diddy Kong out of the barrel. And we're on this way. I'm thinking there's something we have to use this on. Well, we lost it because we jumped on the guy. Looks like there's something up here. Now, I think Diddy Kong can jump a little higher. But yeah, basically, my cousins had this game. And one time when I was at their house, I played it. And that's what got me into it anyway. Oh, Shranley fell on something. And there should be things up here to collect. I'm not going to remember where everything is. Oh, there's like a balloon. That's an extra one-up that I could get, but obviously I forget how to get up there. Oh, there's like a bird up here. Oh, there's a way to kind of grab the barrel so you can throw them up. Oh, whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. And so it's funny because I always kind of associate this game with them. Even though they really weren't like the biggest gamers, but they did have the Super Nintendo because it was huge at the time. And there were like a couple times when I went over to the house and played it. And this is like the main game I remember them playing. I can't remember them really playing much else. I think they, of course, had the original Super Mario Brothers, which was... Is there any other secret here? I don't think so. Which was like the go-to Super Nintendo game, of course. And as you can see here, you get rhinos and other animals that you can play with and take you through the levels. And that's pretty cool. I think it's all working good. Okay. Just kind of checking on the video to make sure everything's working. For those of you who are completely watching this after the fact, I am doing this with a webcam, which is different from most of my other ones. Because I was doing a whole like little Thanksgiving spiel. Now, decided to play a little bit of games. There's also a way to like jump with Diddy Kong. Yeah, like that. Okay. And you kind of get certain items that way. And it's funny because I never knew that until I think I watched Mike playing this game. They could actually jump that way in this game. Because I mean, back in the day, you didn't have YouTube to watch and figure all this stuff out. They have daylight cycles, but it's only when you go to certain parts of levels. Like at the end of the level, it changes to nighttime. So there's something up here. You get a golden rhino, and you get 3 of them. It unlocks one of the bonus stages. Oh, there's our first death. Okay. So yeah, you can bounce off enemies, but those ones in particular, they go ricocheting off and could take you quite a way away from where you want to be. I thought there was something up here, secretive maybe, but I guess not. Yeah, so be careful with those guys. I think with Donkey Kong, you kind of just like slap them. Rolling them with him and he just defeats them easily. It's funny, because there actually are different physics to these characters. Like, Diddy Kong can jump higher. Donkey Kong can, like, kill enemies quicker, because I think he just... Well, those ones, like, die either way really quickly. Oh, what's funny is you actually keep the golden rhino, and they respawn them when you die. So you actually get, like, infinite 1-ups that way. So it takes you a bonus stage, you get a bunch of 1-ups, if I remember correctly. Each one's a little bit different depending on the animal you collect. I don't remember the rhino one too well. I remember the dolphin one anyway. There might be a secret down here. Let's get the guy out of the way. Nope. Oh, he got us. So there we go. Luckily, we had the crate there to get a new one. Yeah, the armadillos, they're a bit vicious. So essentially what it does is it gets you to a bonus stage where you can collect... I guess, I don't know if it's bananas or if it's something else. Probably bananas because it's based on the game. Go figure, they're all collecting bananas. See how he doesn't die? If I switch to Donkey Kong, I think you can just... Yeah, he dies right away. And I think you jump on him a second time with Diddy, like right away, and then he'll die, maybe? I think there's a way to get that, but I don't know how exactly. See, I'd rather be Diddy here, because he can jump a little bit easier. Well, luckily we made it. So most times I actually prefer playing as Diddy, because he's a little bit... I think he's also quicker, too. He's quicker, he can jump higher. There we go. And if you get the Kong spelled out, you get a 1-up in that case. I need to get down safely. There we go. Teamwork makes the dream work, yeah. And I thought that was cool because there are a lot of games where, you know, you play as like 2 different people, but it's basically just like the same mechanic. Oh, and here's the Cranky Kong. It's supposed to be like the original Donkey Kong from the old arcade game. And it's funny, he like talks about like how games are better back in his... It's like me now. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to play these new games. I like the old games better. But of course he's complaining about this game, even though this game was great. You're all too soft. Damn you kids. The old games were far harder when I was a young one. Yeah, that's right. I mean, I think games were harder back then. Well, what's funny is, I would say like the games of this era were pretty difficult. Just play for hours on a single screen. You wouldn't last 2 minutes in a real game. Yeah, I guess I'm like Cranky Kong here. Oh, you just get little hints like Scope Bananas in the Snake Pit of the Reptile Rumble, which that's gonna be like a later level we go to. Apparently. I'm just like looking, I don't know why there's like a little bit of thing like coming in and out of focus there. It's usually like the virtual green screen or whatever to try to like eliminate background. But I guess it's not 100%. Weird. Alright, is this the cave that you mentioned? Reptile Rumble, that's right. Yeah, I mean, he used to be Donkey Kong, the original Donkey Kong, but now he's just Cranky Kong because he complains all day. I think I probably wanted to hold on to that. Let's see if we can keep that. Oh, there we go. If you're quick enough, it'll stay on screen and you'll unlock whatever it is. Oh, get the balloons to get our 1-up. There we go. All these 1-up air, the bonus airs are very quick. Kind of like in and out. Oh. The nice thing is they can be a big shortcut and take you through a level pretty quickly. And as you can see, they're pretty frequent too. Does Parents know as soon as he's born? Now, he earned that name with time. I suppose that's what would make sense. You have to become a Cranky Kong. You're not born a Cranky Kong. Hey, Lucky Cat Griggles. You're excited for Donkey Kong Country? Awesome. See, I'm glad there are people that are fans of this game. That's good. And hopefully... Oh, another one I didn't even mean to find. I guess we could try to get the last couple. I wonder if we get a bonus if we get them all. I thought we were going over to this side. Oh, I missed one over there. I missed another one? Or is that just it, just to get those bananas? I guess that's it. Oh, okay. I thought when you fall out you die, but I guess you just collect those bananas. Oh! Yeah, that's one we need. I really like that when we get to the water levels. Getting the dolphin, that makes things so much easier. At least for this stage, because you're really slow in the water otherwise. Oh, that's really cute. You and your first girlfriend bonded over this game? It's definitely a good game. I'm trying to think, if you have a second controller, do you control the other Kong? I forget if it works that way in this one. Like, that's how it worked in, Sonic. But I don't know if that's how it worked in this game. I can't remember. Like, I told you, I played this game with, my cousin. My cousins, because they... I don't know which one of them played this game more, if it's just, like, one of them or whatever. But I don't know if we ever really played it together. There's probably a letter on the other side of this. Oh, there's a little secret area. I don't think she ever really played the Donkey Kong Country games, if I had to say. I don't think we ever really talked about it anyway. You know what's funny is there was one time when, early on in YouTube, I was gonna play Donkey Kong 64 on my channel. And the reason for that was gonna be, they were these friends I had at the time, who were other Let's Play. Oh, let me quickly get that, hold on. Oh, it vanished. Because it was slightly off screen, it vanished. That sucks. That's kind of like how it was with the old video games. Like, when something is not on screen, it doesn't exist anymore. But early on when I was making Let's Plays, there was this other guy who, his name was iSneak sometimes, that was his YouTube name. And he kind of befriended me early on. He, like, left some comments on my channel, and I checked out his videos. And, you know, he's kind of playing, like, Nintendo games as well, that sort of thing. And there were a couple of videos oh, that's just another one of those things. I wonder if I wanted to go up to get something. Let me check back up. I don't know which was the way to progress. And we even, like, did a co-op on something briefly. I think it was just for, like, one video. Like, he was doing a series where I think he was playing, like, Banjo-Kazooie or Banjo-Tooie. And then he'd have, like, a guest on and a different guest for, like, each video he was doing. And then we were gonna have this channel where we, like, kind of each played a different game. And I was gonna play, oh, come back. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, this is a secret area too, so that's kind of fun that he opened it up for me. And essentially, what I was gonna do was gonna play Donkey Kong 64. Come back here. There we go. You're supposed to be able to kill this guy. Alright, now I can finally finish. So I was gonna play Donkey Kong 64, but the funny thing was, I wasn't ever actually able to play it, and the reason for that was, it was on the N64. I didn't have a good way of capturing the N64 at that time because it was an older console which used a different connection that I was able to capture. And you could try to emulate that game, but the N64 emulator wasn't very advanced at that point. And like it would play the game, but it looked really bad. And I think there was some kind of like issue with the graphics where it wouldn't render correctly. So I had to eventually cancel that, which was unfortunate. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Like, he was one of the first people that I really knew from Let's Playing. And, oh, jeez. It's probably gone for good now, because, oh, well, we're exiting soon anyway. Let's make sure I get the, oh, shit. The one up. Did I get all the other letters? I hope so. There we go. And basically what happened is he just kind of, like, found my videos, and I guess he liked the sort of games I was playing. That was pretty cool. It's funny, because I think that was, like, more common with older YouTube Let's Plays anyway. That you kind of have people kind of, like, checking each other out. Kind of, like, sending each other messages about, like, doing certain projects together and that sort of thing. And these days, I feel like that doesn't really happen much anymore. Which is kind of unfortunate. I felt like I was only ever there kind of for, like, the tail end of that segment. Like, 2011, 2012. There's kind of, like, more of a tight-knit community between creators. And then after that, it just kind of faded away, really. Yeah, so basically, later on, you unlock other levels in this game, and this will take you between them. It's kind of like a weird gimmick. Like, an airplane barrel. What made them ever think about that? Yeah, it can only send you a place you've already been to. Alright, well, whatever. Oh, I didn't mean to jump in that. Oh, what? Okay, well, we're just gonna fly us back to where we were, silly enough. So he says, and then you became a VN? Oh, a visual novel tuber. Okay, I was like, no, I'm not a VTuber. That'd be silly. I do know someone, one of the other people I kind of got to know who was like, in like the kind of small group that I was in was Deki Nosai. He's been on a few of my streams where he like hangs out in the chat. I don't know if you've particularly like been friends with him, Cerise, or noticed him in chat. And what did I say? Oh yeah, he has a VTube model of himself. Well, not himself, but like a character, I guess he came up with. And I thought that was pretty funny. I don't think he really streams too much. I don't know if he's done it at any point recently. Oh, we're skipping like half this level. That's funny. But I know that was something he was working on. I guess we'll try to stay on the rooftop. Oh, hey, look at this. But yeah, no, I would say actually before that is kind of like when we fell out of like touch with each other. And I think it's just because of the way YouTube worked. It's just they kind of got rid of their more like social networking functions, because in the past YouTube used to have like a lot of ways to communicate with other people. You used to be able to like message people easily. I think you can do that now, but what's funny is they took it away and they like replaced the messaging system. There used to be a way to comment on people's channels, which again, they got rid of, but then they brought it back, but then it wasn't like the same, and then no one used it at that point. And it used to be a lot more common for people to visit each other's channel, like their channel page, and kind of talk with each other. Why can't I start at the beginning of the level again? That's weird. Oh well. No, I didn't jump properly. Well, you get up here from this way too. And yeah, I feel like it was just kind of like a different community that was around on the site in those years. I'm sure we spawned. Probably had to go this way. Is there another one I could find real quick? Where does this go? Oh, it just takes you all the way out here. That sucks. I kind of wish they would have the barrels respawn so you could try to find them again. Oh. Well, randomly got that. So the question is, do I want to use it there or somewhere else? Let's try this. Oh. No, I was thinking maybe there was a thing that opened up there. What's this? Oh no, does that guy respawn? Nuts. But I think everyone's been around for like at least one YouTube change where they completely redesigned the site. And I mean, like after the first big, well, I mean, there were several redesigns before that, but like the YouTube layout I'm used to is the one that kind of like existed around the point where I started like 2011 or so. And it was the change that they did after that was like the big change I think upset a lot of people. Sometimes it's hard to kind of nail this with the way this lines up. It kind of like depends on when you enter the frame, the way it's rendered. Like the way the beam moves up and down and the barrel. So you kind of get like an unfortunate pattern where you don't really have an opening. There we go. It's really easy to mess it up. This is like the bane of my existence as a kid. These things. Okay. Is that it? Oh god, there's still more. Come on now. Oh no! That's how it always is. It's probably like the last one too. I'll have to do them all. Maybe I could find, damn it. Maybe it's just here. No. I feel like there has to be something, that's why they give you the TNT barrel. No! I wanted to see what's that way. Come on, game. Give me a break. Okay, he's back at least. Alright. Oh, is this... Okay, we're skipping the entire thing. Sweet. Yeah, I think we were at the end of it, funny enough. Hey, we've still got the Kong. Sweet. Not too bad. Oh, and here's, oh, Candy Kong, that's right. Donkey Kong's girlfriend. This is a save point, okay. Well, they basically tell you what I'm telling you, so... You don't have to, spend 5 minutes waiting for them to talk. Oh, this is the boss already, okay. I don't know if Donkey Kong does more damage to him. Wait, what's the button to switch again? There we go. So he's pretty simple, as you can tell. Uh-oh. And he does that when he dies. Chokes to death. And as you can see, Donkey Kong is very happy about this. He got one of his bananas back. It's the big bananas he wants. Doesn't want any of the... Well, I guess he doesn't want the tiny ones, but the big ones. You gotta get the big ones. Does that look like a donkey or the other characters? Well... Oh, you know what? I gotta get something to drink. Oh, my throat. Hold on. Okay, calm down, Donkey Kong. It's gonna be alright. My voice is just like, ow. It actually hurt. You know, I just realized my throat was too damn dry. Sorry for the interruption. Ow. And also it sucks, I stubbed my damn toe as I got up. Now it hurts. That's life. Alright. Let's get back to this. Whoa. So, eventually I think those birds kind of charge at you. I don't know if they do that yet. But later on they will. In the game. Probably on like a certain level. Oh, there's a frog we can get. Let's be Diddy. Okay, do you have to be like a certain position again, this swap over? There we go. All right, now we're rolling here. That's silly. Now if I go in that, will it get rid of my frog? I'm kind of worried about that. Oh no, it can be here as the frog. Cool. There's just a ton of bananas for us. Okay, cool. Well, glad we didn't lose anything. Uh-oh. Oh, we're going to a bonus. We're probably gonna lose the frog now, right? I have to imagine. Oh, yeah, this is a pretty cool one. Kind of like run around and you can fly with this guy. I don't think you ever ride on this guy in the level itself. The other ones you kind of do. Maybe you do. I don't actually remember this character very much. Yeah. You can't collect them all. I just try to collect as many as you can. I think there's like several of these, so try to go through them really quickly. You usually collect at least 300 of them in each one. Oh, that's the last one. So yeah, we'll probably get 3 lives in this. I don't think we're gonna get the other 50 we need to get up here. Or maybe we will. Oh, there we go. Okay, just made it. Very good. Ugh, man. Well, we just start back at the I guess that was the save checkpoint. So if you have the checkpoint, it puts you back at the checkpoint. If you didn't, then you go back all the way to the beginning of the level like we did on the other one. Okay. That was a pretty straightforward level. You know, a lot of these I thought were more difficult than they're actually... Oh. Well, I spoke too soon. Alright, if Mike was here, he would know why this is going to be bad. The I said Minecraft. The minecart levels in this are absolutely notorious. We'll see how many tries this takes us to do. Alright, I thought we were falling right there. You can't really control very much of this. I don't think you can really control the speed. Like, I'm trying to hold the button to go faster, but I don't think it actually does. I think that's all controlled by the game itself. Like, certain points you go faster, other parts you go slower like that. I don't know how you'd ever get those bananas without possibly dying. Whoa. Alright, at least we got a checkpoint. That's good. A lot of times you kind of want to grind for lives before you come to them. These, oh god, see? And a lot of them are very, there's not room for error when you're making these jumps. And hello, Fantron, how are you doing? It's good to see you today. But it's good to have a lot of lives on these because you might have to do this a bunch of times. I think this was something that happened in Mike's Let's Play this game where he, like, died a bunch and got a game over, and then you have to completely redo every... Oh. And, yeah. So if you get hit like once, it's even if you have another Kong in the cart with you, it's kind of automatically death. So you just kind of fall out here. Yeah, grind for lives. That's right. You have to do that in this game. I knew this was gonna be trouble when I saw it saying Cart Madness or whatever this one was. There's several of these, by the way. Oh, now you have the guys that come at you. Okay, great. If this was a widescreen game, this would be so much easier. So you'd be able to see them coming off from a larger distance, but you really don't have much time to react in this one. Damn it. Wait, you kind of land back in the cart if you're careful. Ugh. Oh. And it's where you have to make those jumps when you're like going uphill because you have no momentum. Whoa! Oh shit. I was not happy. If only we had the other Kong. I'm 99% certain that was the last bit of the level 2. Because I think the same thing happened to Mike when he was doing his Let's Play of this game. I knew it was coming, but I didn't know when. Alright, now I have all these guys. I'm still gonna get hit by him, I bet, because that comes up pretty quickly there. The thing is, I knew that was gonna come too. I'm like, there's gonna be one last one here at the end. That's a hard one to make too. Okay. I love how I said it right before this level. I'm like, yeah, okay, these aren't as bad as I remembered it being. I remember this being a lot more difficult. But I didn't know when this minecart level was. There's gonna be several. This is just the first of the... I wish it was a real roller coaster, because that means it would actually have to follow some kind of construction standards. And you wouldn't have all these gaps and destroyed minecarts in the way here. They'd actually have to follow some safety regulations. So if it was a real roller coaster, this would be a ton easier. I think you have a bit longer before you fall off, so you don't have to jump quite as soon as I'm jumping on these. Nope. Okay. Well, I guess it's a good thing I did the webcam. You can see my like grimaces each time I come close to getting hit here. I could have waited. I got scared. I forgot how long that was there. I saw it going downhill. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna fall. That's nuts. Alright, this is just as bad as I remember being now. Oh, okay. Maybe you can't wait as long as I just kind of said you could. Yeah, serious. That is not unusual for this game. The minecart levels are probably going to die. Like, it's going to be 95% of your deaths between all of them. Versus, like, everything else in the game. So you laughed when I said you have to grind for lives in this. You're like, oh, you already got 25 lives. Why would you possibly need that many? Be nice to get that one, because I get a life back each time I die. Alright, whoa. I feel like my character's being so slow. Oh. And sometimes the screen doesn't adjust quickly enough that you can actually see what you're doing. Oh man, okay, try to get comfortable. So maybe it helps me focus. I don't think it's gonna, well, really work though. I kinda wish I had Mike here, because he'd be making fun of me the entire time. See, he would know how bad it is, but at the same time, he would like seeing someone else suffering at this. It's so hard to not... Damn it. I didn't get back in the cart and was holding... You know, I don't think I need to hold right. It like is... Yeah, I'm not going to hold right at all. I don't think it matters at all for your speed or making the jumps. I want to say anyway. Yeah, I'm like making all these the same as I was before. It's just kind of like a gamer instinct to hold right. But it doesn't actually matter at anything in this level. Oh! I jumped too soon there. Oh, I made that! That's like the first time I made it there. Oh. I was anticipating the guy again. Oof. That's not it, though. Ah! Damn it! I was trying to hit the damn button, but it didn't work. Was that further than I got last time? It might have been actually further. I can't remember now. That was the end, though. I know that much. You could do that like jumping gauntlet. So yeah, it totally used to be a fun playthrough. It's gonna involve a lot of suffering. Okay. This is one of those that actually tries your patience and skill as a gamer. Okay, I actually made that jump. Just have to make these jumps and keep my Kongs till the end there. I don't know when he's coming. Okay, we actually kept them both. Alright, so now we should have a little bit of a reprieve from all this. Yeah, we did get further. I thought we were at the end the other time, but I was completely wrong on that. There's something up there, isn't there? There's a rhino, but how do I get there? Oh, hold on. I see. There we go. Oh. Now it would be funny if I have a lot of trouble in this level too, after all that. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be easier now. Oh, we're getting Donkey Kong back. Probably could have gotten something if I saved that. Oh well. Yeah, it's probably gonna be something right there if I had a barrel. Now that has to be saved for something. Oh, just for this? Nah, it's gonna be more than that, I think. Oh, no, no, no! Oh. I feel like that would have been useful for... Oh, wait, is there actually something down there? Yeah, I guess you have to go that way. But would I have gotten something up here? Oh, I could get up here anyway. Well, what was that for? Just for the actual checkpoint? You know what? Donkey Kong probably couldn't jump up here because he's not as... He doesn't have the same jumps, I guess. I don't know. Whoa. Ow. Well, good thing I saved that. Yeah, the way he kind of moves on that platform, it doesn't look quite right, does it? What's here? Oh, we got the frog again. Anything up here? Okay, cool. A random room with a frog in it. I don't know why it's in a separate room. Wow. Get some serious hang time on that. Am I missing something? I feel like there'd be something particularly for the frog to get, but it doesn't seem to be. Oh no! Poor Frogger. Well, now we're on our own. Oh no, we're gonna die here. Oh no! Oh. That doesn't come back, does it? Oh, it does. Generous game. Okay, what's this? Another bonus level. Oh, it's just a couple of bananas. That's not like the biggest thing that we would have missed. I kind of would think that you'd get something if you collect all the bananas, but I don't think you ever do. At least we haven't so far. Oh, that takes us right to the exit. Cool. Hey, so, as you can see, it gets much easier when you're not in a minecart level. Stop and go. Okay, this might... I don't know if you get a second one so soon. It might just be a normal cave. Oh, okay. I remember this one. You get these creepy guys that are invincible. The only way you stop them is by hitting the switch. Oh. Oh, I paused the game when I was in mid-death. I didn't mean to. Let's try that again. Yeah, as much as you may try, they don't actually die. Yeah, this level you just have to be quick. You really shouldn't be pausing like I did there, but it didn't matter for me in that part, at least. While avoiding these assholes. Oh, I didn't need that, but oh, you... They put them in the perfect position, and now... I think time actually... Oh, we can't get that. We need Diddy to get that. That's where you use that move that I told you I never knew until I watched Mike play this game. You kind of have to, like, roll into it. Where do I use this, I wonder? No idea. Can I kill this guy and have him not respawn? Because that's like the same thing that happened last time. He's gonna hit me and then I'll lose my character. Yeah, well, we don't have the O anyway. Keep that red. Oh, that's close. I think you kind of are better off being Diddy here. I'm trying to switch to Diddy, but I don't think I can. Because Diddy's a little bit faster, like I've mentioned. Yeah. It is a pretty cool concept. I remember having a lot of problem with that when I was younger, but that wasn't so bad. Oh, we could have saved with... actually, it's recommended you do, because I think if you get a game over, you lose all progress you've made until you've last seen Dixie. Or, not Dixie, Candy. What happens is there's a character named Dixie in the other game. That's what I'm thinking of. But it's someone you play as, not her. We don't need to see that guy again. Funky Kong. Well, that's cool. This is one of the temple stages. Oh, and a secret right away. It always pays to go check to the left or the right. See if you can get anything special. Now, since we used it... Oh, I guess we start off mid-level now. Okay, cool. It actually bypasses a bunch of stuff, I guess. There's something over here. Secret. Well, I don't know what we're saving this for. So we didn't need that for the O. I guess we're not using that for anything. Weird. Oh, there! Well, there we go. I didn't even see that until I was just about to go in it. So you want to get Spell Rare, if you remember the name of the company. There we go. That one's not too bad. Maybe they get harder later on. Oh, and now we get another bonus minigame. Hey, Beepus, welcome back. I thought you were just here to say hello earlier. Actually, if you go up into the other directions, I think there's something special in each one of these. So you kind of want to do those first, I think. Yeah, the number 3. I don't know if you, like, get this in order and it does something or what. Basically, you just want to get as many of these as possible as usual. I think there's probably another one somewhere around here. Oh, you can't say long again? Okay. Hold on. I wish I could read more of what you're saying, but I can't right now. Oh, there we go. So there's a ×2 you get if you go over there, and I definitely wanted to make sure I got that one. Alright, so let's see what Beepus said, because I was trying to finish that quickly. Oh yeah, no problem. I'm glad you could stop by. Oh, that's Nowtrites. Okay, I got you mixed up because you both have the green membership thing. Yeah, Nowtrites, thank you for hanging out here, and I hope you have a good night. It was awesome to see you. Beepus says... Oh, really? I didn't know you were going there. Well, have a fun drive. Goodness. That's pretty cool. We'll have to take this, I wonder. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. I'm just guessing on most of these. Oh, we have to pay attention to this. Wait, chat. Tell me where it's going. Is it this one? Oh, it was that one. Ugh. I lost track of it. You're going to Disneyland again? What the heck? You're on a roll there. Oh, these guys. This place is Diddy. So much easier to make every single jump in this game. Yeah, it goes super fast at the end. Oh, well, we lost our thing there. It's sad. I don't know if we needed it, though. Oh, again, we might need this. Or actually, I think I'm jumping up there. It's like... Oh. Oh, the thing's gone. No. Ah, well. Bone. That was chaotic at the end. I almost made it back up. I'm like, oh, never mind. I already gave up, though. Well, I might be able to get whatever's up there again now. Assuming we get the tire. Alright. Yeah, I mean, that's the positive side of it. We got the tire back. There we go. Oh, another frog. I feel like we're almost done with the level, though, right? Oh, let's just run past that guy. He's a pain. Whoa. Oh, he just like bounced off the thing. That's cool. Yeah, this can get some pretty serious airtime. Oh no, Frogger! So sad. I think there's something above us, but I can't get there now. Alright, well, we got to the exit anyway. I'm sad we keep on losing the frog though in these levels. That's disappointing. Alright, so we can listen to Cranky tell us about the old days again. Let's go listen to him. He's a busy ape. You can tell. Look at him. He's so busy there. Yeah, you have to grab those quickly. That's why they disappear so quickly like that. Alright, Beepus, you take care. Have fun now. Don't get into too much trouble up there. Or down there. Whatever. Alright, let's go. Neki. Yeah, with him, you just have to jump into him. It's kind of a repeating theme with these bosses, huh? I think you have to kind of time it so you're not jumping right away. 'Cause it seems like when he first appears, he... Oh, well, that time way too long. Oh, and now he's dead. That's silly. Yeah, like if you jump on him right away, he kind of just shrugs it off, it seems. He has like a little bit of invincibility when he appears on screen. Alright, well, we're moving right along. We're up to level 3, or world 3 in this game. Vulture Culture. It sounds like a nightmare in 7 Days to Die. Does eyebrows jump off? I guess they do. What if it's here? Oh, I don't like those guys. So I think this is the point where the vultures charge at you, like I kind of mentioned. Oh, these ones spit rocks. There's gonna be some at some point that actually spit, well, not those ones spit, obviously. But there's gonna be some that kind of charge at you. Oh. How do I get this guy? Ah, I thought there might be someone up there. No, you spelled Kong. You couldn't guess. It'd be funny if they did have something or some... It could have been like one of two things. How does it spit a rock? I guess they eat rocks for a living. And decide to spit them at you. Oh. Luckily the barrels do block things like that sometimes. I think it's funny that the little ones make the same sound as the bigger ones. When they die anyway, they're... It's like, I thought they'd have a little bit of a different voice than the bigger ones, but maybe not. Do I have to get the K again? I don't remember how this works. I guess so. Yeah, so I didn't get the checkpoint. I have to get the K again. Well, the good thing is, if I keep doing this and succeeding at it, it kind of cancels out the need to, it kind of cancels out the death, because eventually I'll be able to get enough of these to get the bonus stage and get more lives than I'm losing. It's funny, if you do this game enough, you actually kind of make lives even if you die. I know that sounds silly, but because they give you so many different opportunities to get a life in this game, it's actually pretty easy to get more lives than you're losing most of the time. I think I have to keep that one. Let's kill this thing. Yeah, because I need this to proceed. Oh, God. I wasn't sure where we were going there. Yeah, that's kind of the trickiest part about this game, is you don't always know what's coming up right ahead of you. Oh, assholes. And you can pretty much throw the barrel anywhere to get your guy back. Ooh. Oh. Sometimes you do have to kind of slow down, because if you jump right away, you might get hit by something. Oh. Oh, this is going to be fun. Oh. Oh. Yeah, you can't really roll underneath those. If you thought you could, you can't. I thought I could for a second. Oh. Scary. Come on. There we go. Oh. These ones aren't so bad, but there are other barrels like this that are going to be a nightmare. Hopefully it's later on in the game and not this level. Okay, good. We got through that. Yeah, they have powerful lungs, all right. Way too powerful, in my opinion. Oh, there's something right there. But how do we get there? Must be a... I don't know how we get back there, actually. Oh, I can't... Oh. Well, I guess death is my answer. Ah, hold on. There we go. Oh! I love Diddy's annoyed face. Stomping on his hat. Okay, so, well, as you can see, you have to spell Kong correctly. And time it correctly as well. So you need to both be able to spell and be able to time jumps. Which is easier for some than it is for others. Well, this is pretty straightforward. Whoa, whoa! I didn't mean to hit a button there. I was holding X. Maybe that was my problem. I probably don't need to hold X for that. Well, I could try spelling again. Let's see. Okay. Oh, the K is still there, by the way. I didn't realize. Okay, we did it. Yeah, basically you need the banana there because it kind of tells you have to jump right before the letter that you want shows up. Alright, so I'm not going to hold X now. Maybe we'll do better. Yep, they wanted you to spell Kong. What a surprise. These puzzles, man, they're too tough. Get these stupid things out of the way. Right, this is where I have to be careful about not hitting the button. Wow, that's the first letter? Maybe these stages are getting longer and longer, huh? Oh. Okay, I thought we went too far there. But the timing's not too bad yet. Okay, good. We got the checkpoint. Oh, he fell on me. I thought the barrel would block it. Oh, well, that worked out. Oh. Yeah, you know what? I think we could have messed up the timing there and died. Luckily, it didn't seem to matter much. Oh, well, there it did. So, this is where it starts getting more complicated. So you have these barrels that shoot you out automatically. So you have to time when you shoot into those barrels, because if you go in too soon or too late, you'll die. Surprisingly. Okay. Now, I'm gonna guess there's something over there. Okay. Thought so. Oh, that was lucky. So we want to get up on the middle. Oh, shit. No. Oh, we were doing so well by just kept on getting into the thing, but we couldn't get our letter. Oh, well. You just miss out on the extra life, really. Oh. Well, okay, that's lucky. No, actually, I guess they put it there on purpose. Oh, well, there we didn't get anything. Well, we could try to get the O again. Or was it the N we're up to? Oh, son of a bitch. Keeps getting me every single time. Oh! I went too soon. I forgot about that already. I just did it, what, the time before that, and I already forgot what to do for there. Alright, let's finally not die on that asshole. Oh. Okay. The timing for that one is kind of like, you don't even have to time it, because if you just go there right away, it works. Alright. Make sure it's facing the correct way. There we go, finally. Yeah, we don't have to get the rest of these. Come on. There we go. Whew. Oh. I like I already forgot about that. Okay. Oh, oh, oh. Stop it with that thing. Oh, this is... You'd think I would know by now to wait before jumping into these barrels. Okay, so this level might take a while too, as we're seeing. Ah, shit. So this is when the struggle becomes real in this game. The minecart was like the first taste of it. And now we've opened up. What's funny is I had the timing on this like from the get-go. You just have to like, go there right away. Not worry about the timing. I forgot about... because I'm losing focus. Okay. Let's look after this guy here. And just keep on going. You rat bastard. Just go right away. Okay. You just have to run right away on that one. Now I have to wait. Do this. The minecart is definitely the worst bit. This is pretty difficult too, I'll admit. I don't need it anymore, because we already have it. get out of here. There we go. Sometimes you don't know where you're gonna fall into. Just going this one right away? Okay, that one we're just going right away. Messed that up again. So this time we need to do 2. Well, I have no idea where I'm going to here. Oh, brother. Sometimes you get lucky and skip one. Oh, but not like that. Not like that at all. Treetop Town, I hate you. Whoa. Alright, quickly do this. I don't have to worry about the timing. Well, we don't need to go there this time. We'll skip that bonus stage. Okay. I think it's best to kind of do it when you're at the top. That way, if you don't make it, maybe you can go to the next one. It doesn't ever really line up that way, though, does it? Oh, we have to jump on the bird. Oh, I said hate? Oh, yeah, because of the thing the other night. Oh, well, no! This game is a troll. You just slid off of the tire and died. I wasn't even holding to go in the direction at that point, which is funny. What happened was I wasn't ready to start moving, because I was still kind of lamenting the fact that we didn't get the letter we needed. And the next thing I know, he's slipping off the tire and falling to his death. This game, man. Stressful sometimes. You wouldn't think simple timing would be this hard. You know what I was just saying? I'm not good at timing games. Of course, this is a game that needs it. You wouldn't expect it to be necessarily, but it is. Oh, what the hell? Come on. Finally. Like, at least I wasn't losing anything. Oh, shit. There we go. Oh, I almost went too soon, I guess, on that one. Should be Diddy. Alright, we have to do this again. Okay. Yeah. It's not worth the bonus on that one. Okay, yeah, just exit. Thank God. I don't want to go to the bonus stage when I have to redo all of that. Because remember, if you go to the bonus stage, it puts you back to the beginning of the level or the checkpoint. And I don't know how much we had of that. But either way, I was like not going to chance it. Having to do all that again. Oh, is there a thing up here? I wonder if that's why I jumped like that. Oh, almost fell there. Oh! It's not so bad when you die in the beginning of a stage. I was like, okay, fine. I'll have to redo a bunch of stuff at least. Yeah, you can just roll into them if they're in terrain like that. Let's let you walk past first. There you go. So this is where you can do the trick with Diddy. Where you do a rolling thing and then you can jump after that. There's a DK barrel? Just had to try it. Oh! Yeah, when you hit an enemy, it kind of launches you. So you have to be somewhat careful about that. Well, this isn't too tough. There's probably stages with this later on that go much quicker. Or maybe even in this stage. Oh, I thought I could avoid him. Oh. Well. It does get a little bit tougher in this stage, as we see. They have like a big jump they do sometimes. They can easily catch you unaware. Oh. Oh, no, 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 did he? Okay, at least he jumped over. No, I'm not trying that. I just want to get through the level. The 1-ups are nice. Picking up all the way through the level's better. Exit. Okay, thank you. Hey, Vertigo, how are things going with you? Yeah, I got the webcam on and playing a classic game. Oh, run all the way across the bridge. It's pretty cool. I like the way that looks. So how are you doing tonight? Hopefully you're having a good day, a good night, whatever time it may be for you. And I'm remembering all the fun, frustrating stages in this game. I thought we could have kept rolling through them, but oh well. There's no reason to try that anyway. That was just me being weird. Oh, no, I want the K. Oh, well, let me go back. Wait, is he gonna... Oh, I think he's gonna chase me. Again, luckily Diddy Kong is faster, so you want to beat Diddy Kong if you're doing this. I don't know how far they chase you, by the way. If it's just like the end of the platform, or if they keep coming after that. I'm just keeping it going as much as I can. Oh. Let's beat Diddy again. Doing alright? That's good. We had I don't know where you were based out of. I'm in the US. We have Thanksgiving here. It was today. But my girlfriend was sick, so we didn't really get to do anything. Oh, you... Yeah, we didn't really get to do anything. Oh, no. I blew it. Oh, well. Gotta try again. Did we get a checkpoint? We did. Okay. Oh, you're in the US too. Okay. Well, that makes things simple. Sometimes I don't know. Okay. Keep going. Just don't stay still. I think there might be something down there. If you fall down that one spot. Oh, well, there's probably something down here. That one gives you a clue. Okay, the other one may not have anything. What is this? I think we just have to land on this guy. Oh, yeah, we got hit as invincibility frame. Now, we didn't collect the K at the very beginning, so that's not going to help us very much. Alright. Just don't turn back. I think they keep coming, because otherwise there's not much of a challenge. Oh, now they'd be Donkey Kong, unless it's going to be on my ass. Yeah, see? Oh. Thinking on Black Friday get the RGB Razer mouse? Oh, there's a mouse. How cheap is it on Black Friday? Did he? Maybe I should have kept Donkey Kong in case I got hit. And like used Diddy to go faster. I'm hoping I just don't get hit. Of course, that's always the plan. What was down there again? I forget what I get. Oh, so they do keep coming. Oh, it's this thing again. Let's see if we get something special if we hit him enough times. Maybe it gives you like a 1-up instead of the bananas. It gets faster and faster each time. Ugh. Goodness. Oh, we defeat him. Okay, and we get a rhino. Sweet. So it'll probably be $150. Let's cut to 60. Yeah, that's not bad. Especially if it's a nice fancy one that you'd like. Okay. So where do we end up now? This is right before the other one that we died on, isn't it? Yep, I think it's this one anyway. So what do we get hit on again? I can't even remember. Oh, probably that thing. Oh, no, it was... Oh. Oh, what? Oh, okay. We reset it. I thought they had screwed us over, that we had to, like, take a hit there to move on. And I wasn't going to be able to do anything. Well, that was... lucky. I just took a guess that if we moved to respawn. Because that happens with other things in this game, at least. Should we keep going? We'll do another couple levels, maybe. It's 12:15 here, just about. So may I'll just do a little bit, and then we'll save at Candy, because you have to save at Candy before leaving off here. Oh. Lame. We're right next to Diddy, too. What's behind us? Did we get something here? Oh, one of these. Oh. Was it just for that? It had to be something else we could have done with that, I guess. Stupid little guy. I almost lost Donkey Kong right after getting Diddy. Now I did. You might also be wondering, like, is there anything you could do when your other teammate is panicking and running like that? Not really. I think at that point you're just gonna lose them no matter what. It's not like when you can kind of get the animal again to slow down. Oh, here we go. We got the ostrich now. Alright, checkpoint. Yeah, I couldn't remember if he was in the game or not. Do they not hit you like that, or... Oh, whoa, what the... Oh, we lost your guy. Forgot about that enemy. I remember now. Oh. It's like the old school Donkey Kong. And I can't roll into the barrels. Yeah, those things are freaky. I don't like the way they look. I remember those things creeping me out when I played as a kid. You remember the good times of this game? I do too. I was going over some of the backstory of how I got into this game when I was younger earlier. I had family that played this game. And, whoa. I wish we had the ostrich still. That has to be something you use. I guess you use it on him. But I would think maybe you'd save it for something eventually. I don't know if we even have the other letters or not. Very confused here. Oh. Oh, we do. Okay. I thought we were going to hit the other monkey, but... Oh, come on. This dude is so quick. Oh, oh! Okay. Let's take it easy here, I guess. I'm guessing there's something here. Or maybe not. Maybe it's somewhere else. Oh, you play this on your DS? Oh, okay, cool. Now, I remember playing this back on the regular Super Nintendo. Oh, whoa, whoa. regular Super Nintendo actually makes sense, I guess. It's just the Super Nintendo, as in the original one. Not any of the re-releases here. Or emulated versions, I suppose. Wow, did he just like spawn in there? Usually he's throwing that from further away, I feel. I think some of these are throwing them at a different speed. Alright, we still have that. Some like spawning really super quickly, others are very slow. I don't know how we get up there. Oh, jeez. Can I get up on there now? Oh, okay, some bananas. I'll take it. Oh, okay. Oh, I can just jump up on there. Nothing there anyway. The Mario and Luigi Superstar. I never played that one. I've heard a lot of people talk about it. People have fond memories of that game. But I've never played... Oh, okay, we get to hear from Cranky again. What's he up to? Beats a visit from Mrs. Kong. I guess he's not a big fan of his wife or ex-wife. I don't know. It's a good one? You wouldn't last 2 minutes in an early game. I think we've heard most of these before. How do we leave? To skip them all, I guess? Is this the end of this yet? No, it's just a regular under the sea level. Sometimes as you can go to new areas if you, well, not, I guess secret areas if you kind of brush up against the side like that. You don't know it's going to be a way until you kind of push against it. Oh, you kind of get this guy back easily. So it's funny, you almost kind of, alright, I kind of expect them to make like an arcing pattern, but they kind of go pretty much at an exact diagonal. The pearls they shoot at you. And I don't think you can kill them. So we should be safe as long as we're down here. And I'm assuming he'll come back eventually? Or should I chase him down? Or maybe he won't. Oh, we got the O. Yeah, I guess he actually can go far enough that he doesn't respawn. Oh well. Oh. Oh. Yeah, it can be hard to navigate. Well, not navigate, but it's hard to control your character underwater. Like most of these games. Let's hope we can get him again and then just kind of go with that, because he can get you around a lot quicker. As long as I hold on to him. Yeah, under the sea. Well, things aren't as chill under the sea as they were in that movie. And again, I guess they weren't really chill in that movie. As well that... Oh, come on now. Oh, he's gone already? I like the way Donkey Kong swam off there. Well, we don't stand much of a chance now, do we? Ow. Okay. That was the last of the drink. Maybe we should do this as the last level if we finish it. Unless we're close to the boss, then we could try to finish that up. I'll do a save beforehand. Let's get this guy first, Donkey Kong. Yeah, murdered by a fish. Just the common one, too. Let's keep going. Yeah, just don't stop for these things, and I think most of the time you'll be alright. Oh, but there's a damn shark up there. Oh, we can get him back. Okay, cool. Now, is there anything here? I know we missed the O. I'm not going to sweat at this point. Oh, this guy just shoots straight. It's a straight shooter, as they say. Is there anything here? No. And this guy's shooting every which way. Oh. kind of curious if there's any secrets. Well, not getting much luck this time. Well, let's just keep going. We might miss out on the G, but it doesn't really matter for us. No, little guy, no. Ah, whatever. Shouldn't have bothered trying to chase him down. Okay, at least he's still getting out of the level. Is this the boss? Yeah, I think so. So let's save here. I'll do the boss. What's we'll probably redo it again because with the whole thing, the way the save points work in this game. But I think that should be fine. I can always make a save state and then just set up the save state instead. Whoop. Go down. Okay. Let's see if we can take on with just Donkey Kong alone. Oh, you actually get your guy back. Uh-oh. Oh, so I think he's invulnerable when he's like this. You have to wait for him to calm down. Oop. Oh, he lasts for longer the further in the fight you go, I think. If I'm timing it right. I mean, I don't have a stopwatch to really check. Alright, it's nice of them to actually give you. I guess I don't even need to be holding this. It's probably just hindering me. Yeah, I think he stays red for longer the further you get in. Oh. Well, I was lucky. Hey, there we go. So it's kind of better to just hold on to it because he's gonna take the hit if he just runs into you while he's while one of your cons is holding a barrel. Actually, I could save the game. I just have to go to one of these other levels. I'll go to the first one and then talk to Candy. Once you're in the level, you can't get out of it. Okay, so I'm gonna save it here. Yeah, you can help me. 29%, not too bad. For just, what was it of this game? About an hour and a half maybe or so? I can't remember. Oh, actually, the recording started about an hour and 20 minutes ago. So let's just take a quick look at the level we're heading to next. As you can see, we're getting higher and higher up the island. Ah, it's a snowy one. Okay, that's good to know. So guys, as always, thank you very much for coming out to the stream. Shadowcat, thank you. We did pretty good, I guess. Of course, the minecart level always gives you trouble. And I had a little bit of trouble with, what was that other one? I forget the name of it now. But there was that one with the whole treetop thing that was giving me a headache for a little bit there. Cerise, thank you. Vertigo, thanks for coming to the stream as well. Lucky Cat, Greggies, or Greggles, and everyone else that came by at some point. It's very much appreciated. Hope you have a good night. Again, happy Thanksgiving, even though it's probably not Thanksgiving unless... Well, I guess there might be some people on the West Coast, but whatever. So you guys all take care of yourselves. I will see you next time for whatever it may be. Maybe I'll do some more Donkey Kong this weekend. If not, I guess I'll see people for 7 Days to Die. Later, everyone. Wrong button.